Nussmeier drops back, and he's going to take another shot deep down the field. Has a man open, and it is caught for a touchdown. Rhett Garza once again got open deep, and this time run game is really clicking right now for Marcus, despite the fumble down on the goal. First and 10 at the 33. Snap back, and play action. Nussmeier rolling to his left. He's got a man wide open, and that pass is caught for the touchdown. Cooper Campbell, number 7, gets behind out the 26-yard line for Marcus. Jackson Morris comes in motion, and a little swing pass screen inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. A little slip screen to Cooper Campbell. He made 2 men miss. The block was picked. Number the Garza snap back. Nussmeier gets pressured, rolling out to his left, fires one towards the end zone, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown. A wide open wide receiver in the back of the end zone, making the catch is the senior tight end, number 80, Jackson Morris, for his first touchdown of the season, the first touchdown pass for Colton Nussmeier.
Well, and Nussmeier wanted to go to the running back in the flat. That was taken away, so he had to work through.
Passing game, and that time they were able to get both guys going and get a touchdown. First and 10 for the Marauders at their own 25. Three receivers to the far side. Snap back, Nussmeier. He's going to fire one deep down the middle of the field. Has a man. Garza makes the catch, and he is off to the races. That is a house call for the Marcus Marauders as Rhett Garza makes the grab. A 75-yard touchdown pass from Colton Nussmeier. We're going to get a celebration. Two backs in the backfield, split back. Deep shot by Nussmeier up the sideline, has a man, it's caught! Is it in the end zone? It is, it's a touchdown! And still down slow to get up is Charlie Burgesson, but to get into the end zone, and is he in? Yes! Touchdown! Colton Nussmeier powers his way into the end zone. That might be the first time all year we've seen him run a straight quarterback power like that, and he used his athleticism to bowl his way in, and he gives the Marauders the lead back.
Incredible run by Nussmeier. Not only does he make a man miss immediately in the
been able to run more time, but you can't just sit back. The run game hasn't had enough success to count on it here in this fourth quarter.
No, it has not.
Stack receiver set up to the top of the formation here.
Nussmeier calling a little audible on his leg to his receiver.
Snap back, pass is outside, and the pass is caught. What a beautiful throw by Colton Nussmeier over the top.
He's into the end zone. 10-5 touchdown.
Marauder fans, and welcome to Keller ISD Stadium, where tonight the Marcus Marauders will be taking on the Keller Indians in the season opener of the 2025 season here on Marcus Football Night. I am Jacob Edamore, joined once again this year by my broadcast partner Tim Smith. And Tim, welcome to the 2025 season.
Happy to be here, Jacob. Been looking forward to this for a long time, and it looks like after about 4 or 5 lightning delays and a very foggy booth, we're about to get underway here in 23 minutes or so.
Yeah, we are here in Keller ISD Athletic Complex, as I said, and it's going to be a delayed start to the 2025 season, in around the 80 to 90 minute range just because of the weather that moved through. But the teams are on the field. As you can see, they're warming up now, and looks like we're going to be able to get this game in tonight and get it underway. The Marcus Marauders coming into this season after unfortunately missing the playoffs last year despite a winning record, and they're coming back to try to get back on track towards that this season. Of course, they are led by their high school All-American quarterback, Colton Nussmeier. There we go. Colton Nussmeier, who's in his second full year as a starter as a junior. And, of course, he is getting all the attention from the Power 4 conference teams that you would expect someone as talented as he is to get.
Yeah, and he's got it narrowed down. I'm not going to break that news. It's not my story to tell, but he's got about 5 big D1 power schools that he's narrowed it down to. Of course, his brother I mean, this is a family thing, right? His dad is in the NFL. His brother is up for the Heisman this year and will be a surefire first rounder coming out of LSU next year. So this is, passed down from generation to generation, and he is handling it great according to Coach. He's been a great leader, a lot more vocal this year, and it's his guys now, his specialty guys that are going to be surrounded him. Last year he played with a lot of seniors. The O-line, though, is the key. The O-line stays the same. You'll hear Coach talk about that in the interview. The O-line is coming back as a whole group, which is monumental for a young quarterback.
As Coach Alexander told us this week when we interviewed him, his leadership has really grown. He's grown in all aspects of being a quarterback. But the Marcus Marauders on offense are replacing pretty much every bit of offensive production that they had last year because they were such a senior-laden group at the skill position. So he is breaking in almost an entirely new collection of receivers and running backs.
That's true. And but like I said, with that O-line, I think the foundation, I think you have a good chance. They look good at the scrimmage. The more concerning thing that we'll talk about is the defense tonight, because we have half the defense is out on injury, including some captains and some guys that were the best at their position a year ago. So the defense had to bring some guys up from the junior varsity tonight, and they're trying to piecemeal together a good defensive unit to really hold this Keller team down.
And, of course, defensively, this is something we're also going to get into. The Marauders have been experiencing, unfortunately, a lot of injuries in fall camp, and at least for the first part of the season, they're going to be pretty shorthanded on the defensive side.
Absolutely, and that's tough to do, especially when you're coming in, first game of the year. You lost Tony Lee a year ago, who was the anchor of this defensive line, and now you're trying to see who's going to start for me on Thursday night as the injuries just continue to compound during the week. But Coach Alexander said next man up, and these guys are going to be prepared.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here on Marcus Football Night, and when we come back here, the interview that Tim and Ian did with Marcus and Coach Mike Alexander. You are watching Marcus Football Night on Radio and Champion Sports Radio.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
Marcus Football Night. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith both here with you as we are joined right now by Marcus head coach Mike Alexander. Mike, it's good to talk to you again first off, and welcome back to the football season 2025. I know it's always an exciting time as you're getting ramped up for the start of a new season.
No doubt. This time of year, you kind of get a little bit nostalgic and think about all the things that these young men have done since January to get to this point. And, as a coach, you just hope you've done a good job back in January leading up to this and hope that you've prepared them well enough so they can go out and compete their best and play do the talking on the field.
Well, let's go ahead and get started with some of the changes. Obviously, this is a team that is led by a very high-profile young man at quarterback in Colton Nussmeier. He's entering his junior year, which is going to be his second year as the starter. What have you noticed in him growth-wise, both as a quarterback and as a leader for this team?
The difference in this year and last year was last year he was a sophomore and we were the skill kids were older. They were mostly seniors. And as much as they probably wanted him to be the undisputed leader, he probably wasn't quite ready to be that. And, he was still kind of feeling out what kind of quarterback he was going to be. And he saw tremendous growth throughout from Keller to the last game of the year last year. What we've seen different this year is these are his guys, no question about it. Monday at practice, Monday of the season opener game week, he was in command from start to finish of practice, telling the receivers exactly what he needed from them on certain things and executing it. And, he's just way more vocal. He's way more in control. He understands. I mean, we saw in the scrimmage last week, every pass play that we called from the huddle, he checked every single pass protection just to make sure our guys are, in the best position possible. So he's ready to have a great year. I'm excited for him.
On that same note, one of the things that comes along with the game at this level of football is, kids graduate. And in your case, as you just mentioned, your skill talent was pretty much wiped out by graduation, both on the rushing and receiving end. How has that situation been working itself out with all these new faces that are now going to play significant roles?
Yeah, I think first off, just pure competition has helped, with kids not knowing who's going to run out there with the ones and having to go fight for it every day. I think that we're getting the best out of our guys at practice every day. I think we made a couple moves. We took Jameson Mayfield from defense and moved him to receiver, which, provides a comfort level for Colton. Those two guys, have played a lot of football, 7-on-7 and different things over the years. That helped. And then we got so lucky and got a kid out of the gym named Luke Susko that's going to be a senior, that's a standout basketball player from Marcus, that's given us a little something different that we haven't had since I've been here at Marcus, which is a 6'6" outside receiver, a big target that Colton can throw 50-50 balls to and feel good about. So I like our skill guys. They're doing really, really good. And we got a lot of competition at every position. And then the emergence of our new sophomore tight end has been a nice surprise. Bear Kogler, he can really run and he can get to all the spots on the field in the passing game. And he's provided another weapon for Colton to utilize.
Coach, I was at the scrimmage last week, and thanks for taking a few moments out to talk to me. You talked about your offensive line. So we talked about the skill players and how Nussmeier has really progressed as a quarterback. I really watched your O-line because last year we talked about how young they were, and sometimes there were some issues there. But I'll tell you what, they're all together again. Can you speak about how important it is to have that unit going into a year all together, the same as last year? They looked really nasty in the scrimmage, I got to say.
Yeah, they've really developed an identity of toughness and physicality, and they've grown up and gotten bigger and stronger, So you take their experience from last year, you add 25, 30 pounds to their frames, our two tackles right now, if they're that size when they're juniors, they're both probably power 4 offer guys, and they may end up being, who knows, but both our tackles, Harmon and Adams, are, playing really well. And then inside, our guards and centers, they're nasty players. They love running the football and they're improving at their pass pro every day. So anytime you have a really experienced and physical offensive line, you got a chance. And I like our guys. I'm excited to see them compete Thursday night.
Coach, one last thing before we let you go is that, unfortunately, you cannot get ready to play the game of football without playing the game of football. And the primary risk when you do that can be injuries. And I know, unfortunately, here in this fall camp, your guys have kind of been hit by that on the defensive side. Tell us kind of what's been going on that side of the football this last couple of weeks.
You know, it's like I was talking to the guys this morning after practice. I mean, life's not fair, and there's some things you can't control. And for whatever reason, this is starting off one of those years where, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, we've had a wave of injuries, you know, and most of them are non-contact related. But we've got 5 guys that are not going to suit out and play this week that are either starters or you know, we're slated to be starters or for sure the 2 deep. And, you know, it is what it is. So great opportunity for the next man up, great opportunity for everybody to ask themselves, what can they do more to help us win? I would absolutely prefer to have all 5 of those guys playing. Hopefully at some point in the year we can get most of them back, but that's not in the cards for tonight. So here we go. We're just going to band together as a brotherhood and figure out a way to get this thing done tonight.
Well, one of the good things about this level of football also is you kind of have 2 seasons within your regular season. One to kind of get you ready for the bigger of the 2, and so that process starts tonight.
No doubt, no doubt.
All right, Coach, we really appreciate you taking the time with us, and good luck this evening against Keller.
All right. Thanks, Jacob. Thanks, Tim.
That is
Good luck, Coach.
That is Marcus head coach Mike Alexander. We will be back with more of the pregame show here on Marcus Football Night. Welcome back to Keller ISD Stadium. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you. And we are here in Pregame for Marcus Football Night. And at this time, I'm throwing it to my broadcast partner. It's time for Tim keys to the game.
Well, Jacob, we covered some of this already, but the key number 1, it's the first game. Now we've had some delays. Temper your emotion. We don't want any big mistakes, penalties, mental errors early on. So temper those emotions a little bit. The next, offense, you got to stay on the field tonight. I know we want to score points. We should score every time we have an opportunity. We get in the red zone. But long, sustained drives and give that defense a break that is reeling, like we've talked about, with 5 defensive starters out. And then lastly, have fun and let it all hang out tonight. It's kickoff of a brand new season. You have a lot of optimism in that locker room. Let it all hang out and have a great time.
Yeah, because, I mean, again, even though things have been a little rough the last couple of weeks with players going down with injury, it's still the start of the new season.
Right.
You know, and
it's
everything,
still football.
It's still football. Everything is right in front of you. Maybe you got to change the way you do things a little bit tonight and for the next few weeks, but you know it's all right in front of you. And like you said, you're starting anew.
Yeah,
you know?
and some guys are getting an opportunity tonight that wouldn't have that opportunity otherwise. So it's time for them to step up and maybe secure a season-long roster spot.
The other thing is we talked about, we've got the injuries that we're dealing with tonight. As a coach, you know, you've done this with the headsets on. Do you still just stick with your game plan? And do you stick with your basic philosophies of what you're going to do and just say, all right, next man up, let's go?
Yeah, especially in high school. I don't think you change a whole lot. You know, everyone is practicing. If you were out here for the scrimmage, you could see that, and not a knock on you, but at the scrimmage, every group is running the same plays. They're doing the same thing. They're moving the same way. So this offense and this defense is taught from early on. So you're not going to change anything that you're doing. You're just hoping that those guys that have to come in are going to step up and at least do their job.
All right, well, at this time, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups of what you're going to see from the Marcus Marauders tonight. And we'll start on the offensive side of the ball. As we've talked about, those big guys up front. The strength of this offense, at least early in the season, is going to be these big guys up front, as the Marauders are returning all 5 guys up front. Left tackle, senior Frank Adams, senior Jimmy Graham at left guard. You have junior Grant Gager at center, senior Matthew Willett at right guard, and at right tackle, the senior Rhett Harmon. Leading this offense, of course, is going to be Garrett Nussmeier, and this is who he's going to be throwing to tonight. Jamison Mayfield, who last year has moved over from last year from defense to offense. He was one of the safeties last year on the Marauder defense. He's moved over to the offensive side of the ball to give some continuity there. You also have PC Carter, number 10, as well as Austin Allen at the quick H. Of course, with Barrington Colger, also, we talked about this with Mike in the interview, the sophomore tight end who Mike thinks is going to bring a dimension of speed and athleticism to the tight end position this year for the Marauders.
Yeah, you've got some guys that have really gone to the vertical side for this offense, which is great for Nussmeier, who likes to air it out.
Of course, the junior Colton Nussmeier is going to be leading things under center. You'll see him both under center and in the shotgun. Cade McKnight, the senior, takes over at tailback. He is the leading returning rusher for this team. Only had 120 yards on the ground last season as a whole. Gavin Huffman will bring some experience at that big H spot. You'll see the Marauders running a lot of 2 tight end sets. Gavin Huffman was one of the starters last year at that big H spot. And then, of course, that quick H, that slot receiver position. Austin Allen, who has the most returning catches on this offense at 3.
Wow, wow. And they do so much out of that 2 tight end set,
they
right?
Do.
I mean, last year Mike told us it's very Michigan-like, and that's because you do have a quarterback like Colton Nussmeier that can run that sort of offense. And I love what Coach said about him is that he's just got it in the head, right? He's got the head and the shoulders. He can play from above the shoulders, which you love for a kid that is this young. I mean, he's a junior, but he's doing things that a lot of kids aren't doing, primarily going under center, which Mike does for his development, which kudos to Coach Mike.
Now going to the defensive side of the ball, of course, there's been a lot of changes over the last couple of weeks. Up front tonight, you have the sophomore Landon Wintermute at the nose guard. He's been moved up from the JV this week to start. You have Will Harrison. There's some experience on that side of the defensive line. And on his other side, number 99, Liam Hoskins. So at least you've got 2 experienced guys on either side of the young sophomore up front. At the linebacker position, Gage Patrick will be taking over in the middle. At the weak side linebacker, Cole Schott will be filling in for the injured Vincent Bowie. And then at Sam, you have senior Ryan San Miguel, number 14. And, of course, the secondary in this defense is a 5-man secondary that they go with. Easton Mitchell at the Rover, who made so many plays last year for this Marauders defense, as did Brady Moore, the senior, number 20 at the freak position. And starting at cornerback, at least for the first 2-3 weeks of the season, you have Jake Torgerson, who last year was the backup quarterback to Colton Nussmeier. He's moved over to the defensive side of the ball. He's going to be at one cornerback. Noah Witter will take over at the other cornerback position until starters Ethan Murdoff and Bradley Ezioki get back from injury. That's your starting lineup for the Marcus Marauders tonight against Keller. Now, for those Keller Indians, they are a pretty senior-laden squad on both sides of the ball as far as their starting lineups go, but like Marcus, they lost a lot of production on both sides of the ball to graduation or to guys just not being on this team anymore. Up front on defense, you're going to see Freddie Adama, one defensive tackle, senior number 34. The other DT is going to be number 40, senior Cason Stoner. Your nose guard is senior number 50, Connor Ross. They also run a very similar defense to what Marcus does, kind of a 3-3-5 setup. Your 3 starting linebackers in the middle, you have junior number 33, Blaine McDonald, and then the 2 linebackers on the outside, sophomore number 11, Caden McCauley, and senior number 22, Matthew Reagan. Your 2 starting cornerbacks are number 4, junior James Middleton on one side. On the other is number 12, Jacob Just. He is a senior. Their center field patrolman at the free safety is a senior, number 14, Barron Brown. And their 2 strong safeties are also seniors, number 24, Carson Sims, and number 26, Cody Fout. On the offensive side of the ball, bit of a younger unit. You got a sophomore and 4 juniors starting up front for Keller. At left tackle, number 74, Knox Browning. At left guard, sophomore, number 55, Marshall Kirk. Senior Chase Watkins at the center position. Judd Mahan number 52 at right guard, and number 66, Thomas Droms, at the right tackle. Again, everybody except Kirk is a junior along that starting offensive line. The quarterback is Brock Burkett, number 7. As we were told before the game, he's a young man who came in mid-season, ended up playing 7 games last year, and put up some decent numbers for this Marauders for this Indians offense. And he is now the full-time starter at quarterback. Moving from defense to offense is Quentin Shropshire. He played a little bit of tailback last year, but spent most of his time on defense. He is now back this year. He did have 523 yards on the ground last year playing both sides of the ball, but they did lose their leading rusher from last season. But Quentin Shropshire will be at your tailback. Your 2 starting outside wide receivers. The leading returning wide receiver is Brock Meek, number 9, the senior. He had 27 catches for 460 yards last season, along with a couple of touchdowns. And then on the other side, Ralph Crosby, number 2, the senior. He had 18 catches coming back from last season for 236 yards. Your slot wide receivers, number 6, Bodie Davis. And your starting tight end is the senior, number 88, Sean Harris. That's your starting lineup for the Keller Indians as we get into this season opener. We're almost getting ready to start this thing off. Again, we're running a little bit late because of the weather we had here in Keller, but thankfully it looks like we're going to get into this tonight. And it looks like tonight they're doing some senior night festivities here for the season opener this time before we get this game started. So as I communicate down to our guys downstairs, we'll go ahead and turn the PA up a little bit and get some of this senior night ceremony for Keller.
Sister Emily. Now we have number 9, Brock Meek, escorted by his parents, Melissa and Lance Meek. Now we have number 12, Jacob Just, escorted by his parents, Stacy and Kelly Just. Now we have number 14, Baron Brown, escorted by his parents, Heather and Justin, and his sister, Keely. Next up, number 15, Keaton McGee, escorted by Jennifer and Cole Colson, and his stepsisters, Caslin, Coley, and Cabrin. Now we have number 16, Blaine Hamilton, escorted by his parents, Luzmila and Tim Hamilton. Next up, number 18, Jackson Steen, escorted by his parents, Jason and Carrie Steen, his sister Jordan, and her husband Logan. Now we have number 19, Jackson Tenpenny, escorted by his parents, Jamie and Steve Tenpenny, and brother Hagan. Now we have number 20, Carter Lehman, escorted by his parents, Lissy and Kent Lehman, and his sister Reese. Now we have number 21, Joshua Guadalupe, escorted by his parents, Cynthia and Manuel Guadalupe. Next up, number 22, Matthew Reagan, escorted by his parents, Christina and Paul Reagan. Now we have number 24, Carson Sims, escorted by his parents, Charlie and Kim Sims, and brother Connor. Our next senior is number 25, Jaden Keyrose, escorted by his parents, Jackie and Mauricio Keyrose, and sister Gianna. Next we have number 26, Cody Fouts, escorted by his parents, Kim and Garvin Fouts. Now we have number 28, Enzo Fartura, escorted by his parents Tatiana and Marcelo Fartura and sister Isabella.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Now we have number 34, Freddie Adama, escorted by his mom Niambi, his dad Kevin, and his stepmom Polly. Now we have number 35, Austin Spivey, escorted by his parents Melissa and Jason Spivey. Next we have number 38, Jim Wheaton, escorted by his parents Jim and Marianne Wheaton. Next up is number 39, Sam Gilmartin, escorted by his parents Sean and Michelle Gilmartin and his brother Tim. Our next senior is number 40, Kason Stoner, escorted by his parents Christine and Todd Stoner. Now we have number 44, Joel Harbor, escorted by his parents Julie and Derek Harbor. Our next senior is number 45, Camden Kreger, escorted by his parents Chris and Corey Kreger. Next up, number 50, Connor Ross, escorted by his parents Gina and Roger Ross. Our next senior is number 58, Sam Crane, escorted by his parents Jennifer and David Crane and his siblings Natalie and Ben. Our next senior is number 65, Wyatt Chetnick, escorted by his parents Christy and Tom Chetnick. Next we have number 73, Ibrahim Mujib, escorted by his father Khalil and his brother Taha Mujib. Our next senior is number 77, Anthony Speciali, escorted by his mother, Madeline Adams. Next up, we have number 88, Sean Harris, escorted by his parents, Patty and Jabari Harris. Our next senior is number 90, Mohammed Mansour, escorted by his parents Ahmed and Munar Mansour. Our next senior is Aisha Asif, escorted by Coach Camden Phillips. Our next senior, Colton Bolt, escorted by his parents Paige and Justin Bolt. Our next senior trainer, Joyce El Kara, escorted by her parents Yola Cassidy and Charbel El Kara. Next up, we have senior trainer Bridget Farrar, escorted by her parents, Chris and Jamie Farrar. And next we have our trainer, Kalen Williams, escorted by his mother, Kelly Williams, and his brother, Travis. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Keller Indians seniors.
Congratulations to all the seniors associated with the Keller Indian football team. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here on Marcus Football Night, and when we come back, we'll be getting you ready to kick off the 2025 season between your Marcus Marauders and the Keller Indians next here on Marcus Football Night.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Sideline Spirit Co. is the fresh, reimagined way to do fan gear, born out of the heart of a Marauders mom. What started in the stands as ideas has grown into the official fan gear partner of Marcus Football. From hoodies and hats to game day essentials supporting the red, black, and silver, Sideline Spirit Co. brings a crisp, new look to Friday Night Lights. Every purchase supports our Marauders. Pick up your gear at the next home game in the north corner of the stadium. Look for the merch trailer. Follow at the Sideline Spirits Co. on Instagram and Facebook for what's up and coming, and visit us online at thesidelinespiritco.com. Are you looking to team up and need custom merch? Reach out to Whitney at thesidelinespiritco.com. Good luck to Team 40. Let's go, Marcus.
Welcome back to Keller ISD Stadium. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you for the season opener of Marcus Football Night here on Tradio.
641. Please move your vehicle.
It's been a weird evening already here in the Metroplex for a large number of reasons, partially because of the weather and partially because of other things that have been going on in the world of sports. But we're about to have the coin toss here as the Marcus captains are now coming out onto the field. They are ready to go. Your captains tonight for the Keller Indian football team are number 9, senior wide receiver Brock Meek, number 14, senior defensive back Baron Brown, number 22, senior linebacker Matthew Regan, and the quarterback, number 7, senior Brock Burkett. The Indians are in their navy blue jerseys tonight with white numbers. Outlined in gold, I believe, is how they do it. They've got white pants with a blue stripe and the white helmet with the Indian arrow down each side. Tonight for the Marcus Marauders,
the captains
we
of
have
both teams are now making
three
their
that
way
we
to
can
midfield
see.
for the coin toss.
You have number 4, Easton Mitchell, the senior defensive back. Number 13, of course, Colton Nussmeier. Number 75, senior offensive lineman Rhett Harmon as three of your captains.
Number 7, Brock Burkett. Number 9, Brock Meek. Number 14, Baron Brown. And number 22, Matthew Reagan. Captains for the Marcus Marauders. Number 4, Easton Mitchell. Number 13, Colton Nussmeier. And number 75, Rhett Harmon.
You can see how big Harmon is compared to the other kids out there.
That's one of the things.
He's towering.
That's one of the things that Coach Alexander talked to us about during pregame. During our pregame was that all these big guys across the offensive line have added good weight in the offseason.
And they look nasty in the scrimmage. I mean, getting on guys, getting on top of guys, and letting them have it.
The Marauders have won the toss, and they have elected to receive and start on offense tonight.
Marcus has elected to receive the kickoff.
So we will see Colton Nussmeier and that offensive line here first to start the football game.
Your official for tonight's games, our referee, Bill Theodore. Umpire, Chris Payne. Head linesman Thomas Bean.
So again,
they haven't come out of the tunnels yet, so we're not going to get started.
Yeah, they're about to come out of the tunnel. Colton Nussmeier this season, coming into the season off a very productive sophomore year last year, passing for just a hair under 1,900 yards, 1,894 to be exact. Completed 59.1% of his passes, had 16 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year. For a sophomore in his first year as a starting quarterback, very positive numbers indeed. He only had technically 72 yards rushing, but of course in high school ball, sacks get factored into your rushing numbers, so it does affect that. But as we have seen, as the Keller Indians are now coming onto the field, we do know that Colton will use his legs. He is a very good athlete, and he is not afraid to use his legs when necessary. Of course, the leading rushers, the Marauders, now come onto the field as well. The leading returning rusher for the Marauders is number 23, Cade McKnight. Cade McKnight last year, 18 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown. He did average 6.7 yards a carry when he got his opportunities last year. And of course, on the receiving side, it is a very, very new group. The leading returning receiver, of course, is Austin Allen, who had a whopping 3 catches all of last season. So we're going to be experiencing a lot of newness on the offensive side of the ball with all of you folks tonight as we watch these Indians.
Now the thing to remember is that Nussmeier's played with these guys throughout his coming up. So last year he played with guys older than him, not in his class. These guys he's been playing with in Pee Wee, freshman, junior varsity. So this could be even a better connection based on that.
So, by the way, when I talked about the Keller defense having lost a lot, even though they have a senior-laden group, last year, players not returning from last season, they have, let's see, 34 and 20, 56 tackles for loss that are not returning from last year's defense, along with 14 sacks that are not returning from last year's defense. So they have a lot of pressure players, the Indians do on the defensive side of the ball that they are having to replace. 3 seniors and 1 junior who is not on the team this year for whatever reason that happens to be. So, a lot of newness for Keller on their defensive side of the ball as well.
And here we go, the kickoff return team coming onto the field. It looks like we might get some football here tonight as we kick off opening weekend in Texas football.
Back deep to receive. Looks like we have number 12, Peyton Bolton, on one side. And you'll have to apologize. It's a little hard for us to see up here in our booth. Can't quite see the number of who's back there with him. Might be number 1. It might be Austin Allen who's back there with him. It is. It is Austin Allen, number 1, along with number 12, Peyton Bolton. Make that change real quick.
Connick Whitmire to kick off for the Indians. Back to receive for the Marauders.
Senior kicker Connick Whitmire will line things up from the 40 as we're about to get underway here in the 2025 season. Welcome to football, folks. We're back. And it's time to get things underway here in 2025. The kick is out and away. And it will be caught at about the 5-yard line by Austin Allen. Looks like he's got a gap up the middle, but nice coverage. Nice way to close that hole for Keller. And Austin Allen's tackled at the 27-yard line. That is where Colton Nussmeier will get things started.
It looked like they had some initial blocks up front, but that whole, they squeezed that from the defensive side on the kickoff team. That's what you're taught, is to squeeze that runner down into the middle. They did a good job there.
Senior defensive back Cody Fouts is the one who made the tackle on that play, and we're ready to get things rolling. On the far hash, you have Cade McKnight, number 7, in the backfield, going with a split back set here on first down as Nussmeier is in the shotgun. One back goes in motion, snap back, pass right over the middle, caught out past the 35. It's going to be close to a first down as that pass was caught by the new tight end, the sophomore Burr Colger, number 18. They're going to give him a gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, you swing that running back out to the left. That makes the linebacker hesitate just a little bit. The tight end's able to see that just open slot in the middle and sit down and make a target for his quarterback.
2nd and 1 now for the Marauders at the 36 as we're just underway here. This time, Colt goes under center. Huffman in as in the 2 tight end setup. Handoff going over the right side. That's going to be close, but I think he's going to call that no gain as he handed that off to McKnight, and the referee on the far side said he went down right at the line of scrimmage. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Nice job by the Keller defense to close off things right at the line.
Yeah, Keller kind of knew there was a run play coming, it looked like. Even though Nussmeier's in the gun, he can play action. They loaded up that box, made sure there was no yards.
So 3rd and a yard for the Marauders here in the opening possession. Receiver in motion. Snap back, handoff again to McKnight, and this time he's going to spin out of a tackle and get the first down. Nice job on second effort right there by Cade McKnight, as it looked like he might get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, but he spins out of the tackle and gets 2 yards to move the chains.
And that's all Cade McKnight, because Keller has 5 defensive linemen with 2 linebackers in the middle. So those linebackers, no one's able to get up to that second level to get them, so they are there immediately, but the running back able to make some individual moves, a little spin, and get that first down.
So a new set of downs for the Marauders. And we're going to have a stoppage from the referee as he's pointing to something on Austin Allen's uniform, maybe blood or something that is to get cleaned off. So the referee is telling him he has to check out for a moment, and Peyton Belton will check in for Allen at the quick H position. So 1st and 10, we get things going again. This time they're splitting out with a 4-wide setup, 3 to the top. And now we are going to have, looks like a timeout is going to be called by the Marauders and Coach Alexander, is I guess having to change personnel and move things around, cause things to go a little bit long.
The confusing thing to me is that it was an equipment timeout by the referee. I don't feel like they gave them substantial time to. They told the player he had to leave.
Yeah,
it wasn't that they were trying to make a sub.
Yeah, if you're going to call, you got to reset the play clock if you're going to stop things and make the player go off.
Yeah.
Go off the field and have them.
I thought that was odd that they just kept letting the clock run.
Yeah. So first time out of the half. 10:03 to go here in the first quarter. Here on the opening possession for the Marauders. You know, one thing I'm already noticing about Colton just looks bigger physically.
Well, he came out of the locker room, and I've never met him before, and you could tell that was Colton Nussmeier, because nobody else is going to look like him. He looks like a grown man coming out of that locker room, and I assume he's going to play like one all season long.
All right, so now after the timeout, we're back out here to the action. Snap back to Nussmeier on first down. He's going to fire one deep up the far side. Has a man wide open. It's caught. And then unfortunately, Austin Allen's feet kind of came out from under him. He had nobody behind him, but thankfully made the grab and just fell down at the 35-yard line. A huge gain of 27 yards, but could have been a hole up, but we have a flag.
Yeah, we've got a miscommunication there on the back end. The safety's supposed to get deep. He doesn't. That's a touchdown, but it's coming back anyway.
Have an ineligible receiver downfield on the play. So one of the linemen got too far downfield, and that is really unfortunate. That wipes out a 27-yard gain.
Those mental errors that we talked about is tempering those just a little bit. That cost you a huge play here on the first drive of the game.
So back it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 now for the Marauders. Again, they're coming out in a 3-wide set. Nussmeier drops back out of the shotgun. Now he's going to step up, and he's going to take off. He's up to the 40, makes a man miss. Up to the 45, midfield, down the sideline he goes. Inside the 40, down inside the 35, and finally knocked down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 35 yards for Colton Nussmeier.
What a juke. It didn't even seem like it was that saucy of a juke, but he brought the defensive player right out of his shoes and is able to go get that first down.
Yeah, what a move. Right as he crosses the line of scrimmage, just completely shimmy shakes a guy out of his jock. That was number 29, Gavin Drilling, who just got absolutely juked. And Nussmeier takes it down to the 33, 1st and 10 after the gain of 35. Handoff up the middle, down to about the 30-yard line. That's number 2, Carter Francis, the senior running back, one of the new players we're going to see.
And a nice play call to allow Nussmeier to kind of settle down after that big run. He's breathing a little bit heavy, so let's hand off to the running back. Let's reset for second down.
2nd and 7 after the gain of 3. Ball just outside the 30-yard line now. Almost 3 minutes gone.
2-yard carry brings up
a little over 3 minutes gone here in this first quarter.
From the Indians' 31-yard
Opening
line.
possession of the ball game. 2nd and 7 for the Marauders. They're going to go trips to the near side as we have a timeout called, or a penalty. What do we have here? We have a false start penalty. Interesting. Didn't even look like anybody got set, honestly.
Interesting call there.
Yeah. So they call a false start on somebody. So that's going to back it up, make it 2nd and 12 now. It never looked like anybody got really set. I'm not really sure what the...
No, they were still getting lined up.
So 2nd and 12 now. Back at the 35-yard line. Snap back. Nussmeier's going to fire one deep on the near side, looking over the top, and that's going to be just out of the reach of the wide receiver, number 1, Austin Allen. He had a step on his man. That pass was just a touch too far out in front of him.
Yeah, they run a little twister on the outside, so the outside man runs that post. The inside man's going to run that outside fade. We saw that at Grapevine with Coach Alexander for years.
Scissor routes.
And that time, he just overthrows just a little bit.
That's going to set up 3rd and long now for the Marauders. We see on the replay there could have easily been a flag.
Yeah, it looks like a hand to the face right
like
there.
The DB grabbed the side of the helmet. And now we're going to have another false start as one of the Marauders moved up front.
This is what you have to try to get under control right away.
So now the goal here is just want to get this back maybe in makeable field goal range. Going to move it just outside the 40-yard line, make it 3rd and a long 17. Nussmeier in the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. He's going to fire it, and that pass is going to be caught, looks like, inside the 30. By Bolger down about the 27-yard line. Nice gain of about 13 yards at the very least. Going to set him up at makeable field goal range.
What a throw.
4th and about 4, and it looks like Marcus is going to keep the offense on the field.
You've got a tight end in the slot just running that deep out, and Nussmeier putting it right between the numbers.
So Marcus being aggressive here on their opening possession. 4th and 4 from the Keller 27-yard line. Bunch formation on the left side. Snap back, rolling to his left is Nussmeier, and he's got room to run, and he's going to have the first down inside the 20. Gets knocked out of bounds at about the 18, 17-yard line. Boy, that's a great read by Nussmeier. Rolled to his left and immediately tucked it and ran and got the first down pretty easily.
Yeah, the defense, they all kind of backed off and just allowed Nussmeier to go get that first down without issue.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. 1st and 10 now inside the red zone at the Keller 18. Nussmeier showing off the wheels twice. Nussmeier under center, now making a change at the line. Handoff, right side, inside the 15. Nice strong run down to about the 13-yard line by McKnight for a gain of about 5.
Nice read by Nussmeier. He saw the run wasn't open to the left, so he switched it over to the right and gets a few yards.
By Landon Straffman, he'll gain 5 on the carry.
Can't go wrong getting 5 yards on first down.
Nice strong run there by McKnight. McKnight is a good-sized kid. He checks in at 5'10", 225. Very strong runner. Snap back out of the shotgun. Again, McKnight up the middle, inside the 10, and barely tripped up as he gets down to about the 6-yard line. Making the tackle that time and probably saving a touchdown with number 54. One of the new kids on the roster, Brecken Rogers, the sophomore.
Yeah, and Rogers came in the game late. He came in at a late substitution. That's why they got the yards they did, but he's able to reach out and bring the running back down with one finger.
Yeah, now we have a player down for the Marauders. I can't quite see a number. Let's go ahead and take a break while the trainers deal with the Marauder player down on the field. You are watching Marcus Football Night.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates, proud sponsors of Marcus High School football. Whether it's a game-winning touchdown or a fierce tackle, we're here to keep our athletes strong and in the game. From sports injuries to joint pain, our team of top orthopedic specialists is dedicated to providing the best care to keep you moving. Visit us at Orthopedic Associates, where your health is our victory.
The injured Marcus Marauder is the starting right guard, number 65, Matthew Willett, and he is coming off a bit gingerly, but he is coming off under his own power. So we definitely hope that he will be okay, maybe be able to make his return. It should be number 61, Sammy Torres, who will be checking in for him for this next play. And it is going to be first and goal for the Marauders after back-to-back 5-yard runs from Cade McKnight at the 7-yard line for Marcus. Snap back, fake by Nussmeier. He's around the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. A beautiful zone read fake by Colton Nussmeier goes around the left side, untouched into the end zone for a score.
Colton Nussmeier, he's a weapon on the ground and in the air. Here's a little fake, and then he's just going to take the edge. Why? Because 54 crashes down, and then you're just going to get that corner and wash yourself into the end zone. A good block downfield by a receiver.
Yeah, that was Brecken Rogers again, the man who made the touchdown-saving tackle the play before. But yeah, that time he crashed too far inside, and we see that athleticism that Colton Nussmeier has. Again, looks like a bigger, stronger kid this year than what we saw last year. On to kick the extra point is number 90, Santiago Diaz. The kick is up, and it is good. 6:13 to go here in quarter number 1. The Marauders go take a touchdown on the opening possession, and they lead 7-0. This is Marcus Football Night.
Indians 0, 6:13 left in.
The Marcus Marauders take the opening possession, 73 yards, I should say, for the touchdown. Finished off on a 7-yard touchdown run by Colton Nussmeier on a beautiful zone read fake, and the Marcus Marauders lead 7-0 here with 6:13 to go in the first quarter.
Now we'll see what this defense is going to bring to the table with all the injuries and all the guys that have had to step up this week. It's going to be a big test.
Yeah, but you know what, Tim? We talked about this in the pregame. That kind of drive we just saw is exactly what you want.
Yeah.
You got a touchdown on the opening possession. You took up half the quarter.
That's exactly what you need to do with a reeling defense. And they may not be reeling.
They may not.
They may play great tonight.
But you know you've got a lot of guys that you've got a lot of backups in, and so it at least gives them a lead and takes a lot of time off the clock. Santiago Diaz will kick things off. The kick is deep, and it is going to travel into the end zone for the touchback. And we will see the offense for the Keller Indians for the first time, and this Marcus Marauder defense on the field for the first time as well. Again, that Keller offense is led by senior quarterback Brock Burkett. Last year, Burkett, in his limited action, he only played in 7 games last year. 819 yards passing, completed 47.2% of his passes, 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He also, however, did run for 507 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. So he has legs as well. His starting running back is Quentin Shropshire, number 5, 523 yards and 6 touchdowns last year. And it's a swing pass immediately, and it's off the hands of Shropshire and then almost intercepted as they were just trying a little swing screen to the running back. And wow, almost a huge play. Jake Torgerson got a hand on it after it went through the hands of Shropshire.
That was almost a pick six on the first play of the game here for Keller.
2nd and 10 now, as Keller goes tightening up their formation here. It's a 4-wide setup, but very tight formation out of the gun. Snap back, play action, little quick throw to the outside, and again off the hands of a receiver. That time it was number 6, Bodie Davis, who had the ball go through his fingertips. So little tingling hands here on this first possession for Keller.
Defense is easy when the wide receivers don't catch the football, so make it easy on this defense for sure. But they've been there. I mean, their speed sideline to sideline is showing up.
They were in position for sure. 3rd and 10 now for the Indians as they spread it out in a straight up 4 wide. The running back Shropshire goes out in motion, dropping back. A little pass over the middle is caught. Nice job getting away, but then then brought down after about a 6-yard gain, as that was Bodie Davis, the senior slot receiver. Good job converging by the Marcus defense, led by number 20, Brady Moore.
And they're going to go for this right off the bat. Wow.
4th and 4 in their own end at the 31. Oh, and they got what they were looking for. Free play. They're going to go ahead and heave one down the field, and that pass is going to be caught, and it is going to be way downfield inside the 10-yard line. Had a free play and just went for it, and the receiver, number 2, Ralph Crosby, made the catch, and a huge gain for Keller after they got all they were looking for on that was a jump by the defense to get the first down. They got it, but took advantage of the free play as well.
Yeah, that's a heads-up play by the veteran quarterback, and that's what playing a year ago brings to the table in this game. He was ready for that moment. We've seen some early mistakes here by Marcus Flowermound, and they need to settle down a little bit.
A 58-yard catch on 4th and 4. 1st and 10 now for Keller at the Marcus 11. Receiver comes in motion. That is Davis back out to the flat. Hand off to Shropshire. He dances through the hole. Doesn't find much, maybe 2 yards at most, before he's wrapped up by a gaggle of Marauder tacklers.
It's great team defense by the Marauders. That's what they're known for. There's just everybody swarming to the football.
You know, going back to that 4th down play, we couldn't quite see it, but you wonder if after the jump, the defender on the outside just fell asleep.
Yeah. Happens all the time at every level.
And I believe on that side of the field it was Jake Torgerson who is moved over to defense this offseason. 2nd and 8 now at the 9-yard line. This is going to be a straight little quarterback sweep around the right end, breaking a tackle and getting into the end zone. A great run that time by the quarterback, Brock Burkett, as it looked like they kind of had him hemmed up after about a 2-yard gain, but he just squirted through and was able to get to the end zone.
Yeah, he fakes outside, goes back inside underneath that tight end, making a good block on the linebacker there on the outside. And wow, that's a shot in the arm. You go for it on 4th down, you get the free play, and then you score the touchdown.
Yep, Keller
we got a football game.
Keller taking advantage of a couple of Marauder mental mistakes, and they punch the ball into the end zone. The snap down, the extra point is up, and the extra point is good from Connick Whitmire, the senior kicker. 4:43 to go in the first quarter. We are now all tied up at 7 here in Keller, Texas. The Marauders and the Indians in the season opener. This is Marcus Football Night.
Sideline Spirit Co. is the fresh, reimagined way to do fan gear, born out of the heart of a Marauders mom. What started in the stands as ideas has grown into the official fan gear partner of Marcus Football. From hoodies and hats to game day essentials supporting the red, black, and silver, Sideline Spirit Co. brings a crisp, new look to Friday Night Lights. Every purchase supports our Marauders. Pick up your gear at the next home game in the north corner of the stadium. Look for the merch trailer. Follow at the Sideline Spirits Co. on Instagram and Facebook for what's up and coming, and visit us online at thesidelinespiritco.com. Are you looking to team up and need custom merch? Reach out to Whitney at thesidelinespiritco.com. Good luck to Team 40. Let's go, Marcus.
From kickoff to dinner time, Flurry's
Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith back here with you at Keller ISD Stadium.
We're local, family-run, and obsessed
Indians
with
answer touchdown by the Marauders as they go 75 yards on their possession. The big play on the drive, of course, the 58-yard catch and run on 4th and 4 after they got the Marauders to jump on a hard count and then took advantage of the free play for the big connection downfield. And they turned that into a touchdown on a 9-yard run from the quarterback, number 7, Brock Burkett. Oops, sorry about that.
Burkett showing that he is in this game, right? All the talks about Colton Nussmeier, but Burkett letting us know that he's in this game too.
Kickoff is caught and coming around the far side, up past the 30, up to about the 34. Great return by Austin Allen that time, as good field position here for the Marauders for possession number 2.
Now we'll see if they can follow that up again. Another nice long drive. It all comes to fruition here. We should have the ball into the second quarter.
You know, Brock Burkett, while he's not obviously as heralded as Colton Nussmeier is, again, this is a returning starter from last year for this Keller offense. And he really did a great job on that last possession, not only getting the hard count, but then taking advantage of the free play when the defense kind of fell asleep.
Yeah, his experience really showed through there from last year. Even though he came in early, they told us, right, that he can shoot it. And so far, we're seeing evidence of that.
Of course, it was Ralph Crosby on that big catch and run for the Indians. Set things up for the touchdown. Marauders starting at their own 33-yard line here on this possession. Under center, and a little toss to the right side. Not much there. Going to be no gain as they toss that one to Carter Francis, number 2. Going to get maybe a yard on the carry as they try to go over the right side.
Yeah, they're just loading up that box as the Keller Indians, which a little surprising because Colton can beat you through the air, but they're not worried about that as much as loading up this box against the run, particularly when he goes under center.
2nd and 9. And it looks like, I'm trying to see if Matthew Willett is back in at right guard or not. 2nd and 9 for the Marauders. Snap back to Nussmeier, play action, drop it back. He's going to fire one over the middle, and that pass is caught. Great catch by number 10, P.C. Carter. Nope, never mind. It was incomplete. I thought the ball was caught. He wasn't able to hold on to it, and P.C. Carter is still down on the field, unfortunately.
He landed hard on that shoulder, and he is not quick to get up.
Another Marauder player down on the field as the trainers attend to him.
That's not what you want to see after the last couple of weeks that you've had, that's for sure. Yeah, he just comes down hard.
Yep, came down hard on the shoulder.
That turf is unforgiving, folks.
Yeah, and it's a lot more forgiving than it used to be.
That's true.
But still is not an easy landing. He is now up and coming off the field under his own power. Seems to be favoring that shoulder a little bit, of course. Again, this is the first start on varsity for P.C. Carter, which stands for Prince Charming. 5'10", 160-pound senior wide receiver, Prince Charming Carter. And by the way, Matthew Willett is back in the game at right guard for the Marauders, which is great to see.
We'd love to see him come back quickly.
I'll find out from Coach if he prefers to go by PC or just Prince, or how he wants us to call him. We'll find that out for next week. 3rd and 9 now for the Marauders, out of the shotgun. Nussmeier back, fires one to the near side, and that pass is caught across midfield and out of bounds in Keller territory as number 3, Jamison Mayfield, makes his first catch of the season after moving over from defense to offense.
That is such a hard throw. Nussmeier's on the other hash mark. He's throwing past the hash mark on the other side of the field. I mean, that is an incredible arm strength to make that throw.
And we do have a penalty flag on the play, and it looks like we have a face mask on the defense, so that'll be tacked on. The catch was made and out of bounds at the 46 of Keller, so we'll add 15 yards on to the end of that one.
That might be the first Keller penalty we've seen here tonight.
It was a 20-yard catch and run by Jamison Mayfield. Tack on the penalty, and it's 1st and 10 for the Marauders at the Keller 31 here in the first quarter. Season opener of 2025.
1st and 10 for the Marauders.
The Marauders on the move again. Snap back to Nussmeier. And he's going to fire one over the middle. That pass is caught inside the 20. Nice catch by Bolger, as he's already made a couple of grabs here in this first quarter. Down at the 19-yard line. And
another flag against Marcus here after a nice throw and catch.
That potentially wipes out a 12-yard gain. Again, we are having a lot of trouble seeing up here in our booth because of the rain that came through. It fogged up our window on the outside, so we can barely see. So I have no idea what the flag was behind the play.
Well, it was a big one.
Apparently it was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play.
Oh, goodness. Simply can't have that.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Marcus.
So if it was after the play, then you mark it off from the end of the play, which moves the ball, I guess, back to the 30. Should move it back to about the 34.
That's what it looks like. And it looks like they have 1st and 10 back at the 34.
Yeah, so it'll be 1st and 10. So basically, that penalty cost them 3 yards, but it's still 1st and 10. Snap back, handoff up the middle. Some room for McKnight. Gets hit about 2 yards past the line and dropped down. Nice job tackling that time by the Keller defense. As in on that play, I was trying to see who that was on the tackle. Couldn't quite get a number on the tackle. Matthew Reagan, number 22, makes the tackle on McKnight after a 2-yard gain.
So far, this Keller defense is really making it tough to run the football.
Yeah, so far it's been Nussmeier either on zone read or scramble plays that have had the most success. Play action here on 2nd and 8. Nussmeier fires, passes, bobbled and dropped. He had Bolger that time inside the 20. Bolger got hit right as the ball arrived and he couldn't hang on. That was a great job by number 33, Blaine McDonald, to jar the ball loose and set up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, he simply separated man from ball with a big hit just as the ball arrived. It was a great play. Good throw. I mean, you can't put the ball any better, but that's great defense.
Well, and you can already tell that this sophomore tight end, Burke Holger, is a favorite target.
Colger's being great so far, and they said he was going to be that vertical threat.
Kogler, my bad. Snap back, and this time Nussmeier steps up, has room to run inside the 25 and out of bounds with the 1st down. Using those legs again, this time as the pressure came upfield, he just stepped up and took off. And it's going to be a 1st down as he gets down to the 17-yard line.
Pretty easy when you can do that, huh? Cover all you want downfield, get some pressure, that's great. I'm just going to break out the pocket and go get a 1st down.
Sorry, it's the 22-yard line, my fault. It's a gain of 10, not 15 for Nussmeier. But still, it's a 1st down, 1st and 10 for the Marauders as the drive keeps going. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 2:15 to be exact. Nussmeier out of the shotgun. He's going to fire one to the far side, and we're going to get a flag. Going to be pass interference as he was trying to get the ball to Luke Susko, the big 6'6" senior wide receiver who came over from the basketball team this year. And the defender just wrapped him up. That was number 4, James Middleton, the junior, who just wrapped his arm around him as Susko was trying to fight back for the ball. So that'll be an automatic 1st down.
And I'll tell you, Susko's 6'6", so Nussmeier, put that ball up a little bit. Put it up. That's a 50-50 ball or a back shoulder ball.
Of course, Marauder fans know Luke Susko, one of the star basketball players on the Marauders hoops team, a 6'6" guard who decided this for his senior year. He wanted to come back and play some football. And Coach Alexander was very happy to have him, as that gives Colton Nussmeier a very big target, especially down in the red zone. Susko checks in at 6'6", 215 pounds.
From the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 12 after the penalty. Under center this time. Snap back, handoff, and a little bit of room down to the 10, maybe the 9 for McKnight. We'll mark him just inside the 10. We'll go ahead and call that a gain of 3.
Just not a lot of room whenever Nussmeier goes under center so far in this game.
Yeah, they're going to mark him right at the 10, so that'll be a gain of 2. You're right. They are, when they see him under center, they are crowding the line of scrimmage and trying to fill gaps. 2nd and 8 for the Marauders. Huffman in the game as your big H. Shotgun formation. Nussmeier's going to draw back. He's going to fire one to the near side, and it's just out of the reach of Luke Susko. That was good coverage underneath that time by number 14, Baron Brown. who had that underneath coverage, and he made Nussmeier have to throw it to the outside.
That was a little audible. You saw Nussmeier kind of rub his leg out there towards Susko, and that's just the communication that they have. Just didn't connect on that one.
I'm kind of like you. When you got a big kid like Susko, let's get that ball up in the air. Throw it up to him. Let him go get it. 3rd and 8 now for the Marauders at the Keller 10. Minute 24 to go here in the first quarter. Tie ball game at 7. Bunch formation to the left side. Nussmeier dropping back. He's going to roll to his left, and he's looking into the end zone, and that pass is caught. Is he inbounds?
They're going to say no. It looked like he had a foot in.
They say touchdown.
Okay.
The back judge
there you go.
say he did get a foot down, and that is number 1, Austin Allen, with his first touchdown of the season. Running along the back line of the end zone. Couldn't quite tell. Here on the replay, you see Nussmeier put it up over the defense, and yep, he got that 1 foot down just inside the line. It's a 10-yard touchdown to Austin Allen, and the Marauders have the lead back.
Another great drive, not quite as long as drive number 1, but very, very efficient and fighting through some penalties as well.
Santiago Diaz, the junior kicker, on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. A minute 17 to go here in the first quarter. The Marauders have taken each of their first 2 possessions down the field into the end zone for scores, and they lead Keller 14-7. This is Marcus football night.
From kickoff to dinner time, Flurry's Market Plus Provisions is your hometown spot. We're local, family-run, and obsessed with quality hand-cut meats, Cajun-inspired plates, and the best burgers in Flower Mound. Join us for lunch or dinner, or swing by the market for steaks and sides to feed the whole crew. Flurry's is proud to support Marcus High School and the community we call home. Flurry's Market Plus Provisions. Local, quality, community. Go Marauders.
The Marauder offense, 2 for 2 on offensive possessions here in 2025. This time they go 67 yards on that possession, finished off by a touchdown pass from Colton Nussmeier this time, as he found Austin Allen running along the back of the end zone for the score. And the Marauders have the lead back at 14-7.
What a great play, as he just has to escape out to his left, keeps the play alive, doesn't look to run, looks to throw, and puts a dot on Austin Allen.
Number 6, Bodie Davis, and number 21, Josh Guadalupe, back deep to receive. This kick is going to be caught at the 6 by Bodie Davis. Coming up the middle, and he gets tripped up just outside the 20
Davis on the
at
return.
the 23-yard line, and that's where the Indians will take over.
He's tripped up by the Marauders, Austin Allen.
Austin Allen on the tackle that time. He's doing it all right now, is Austin Allen.
Excellent job by the special teams. You
Yep.
expect that from a Coach Mike Alexander team, is that special teams is always going to come through and be solid.
Austin Allen's only returned the last kickoff out to the 33 to get that good field position for that last touchdown drive.
1st and 10 for the Indians.
23-yard line, the Indians will take over. As they have a bunch formation on the left side of the formation up at the top of your screen. Snap is back. Play action. Going to be a run by Burkett. Makes a man miss. Slips on his own a little bit, and then goes down.
Almost made himself miss.
Yeah. That turf is a little wet.
It's a little slippery.
So made a Marauder defender miss and then slipped on his own, but still it's a 10-yard run for Burkett. Burkett is slippery and has good speed, and we can already see that. As it's 1st and 10 now at the 33. Tight 4-receiver formation here. As Burkett drops back, here comes the pressure. He gets away from Hoskins, rolling to his left. He's going to fake, make another man miss, and get out of bounds. Wow, that little pump fake was just enough to get around the end. And let's see where they mark him out. They mark him out only for a 1-yard gain at the 34, but he avoided a loss on the play.
Well, you avoid a loss and you avoid making a big mistake by throwing it into the coverage downfield. So that's a great job.
2nd down and 9.
Young quarterbacks typically don't want to take that. Sometimes it's the best play available.
2nd and 9 now for the Indians. 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Both offenses so far doing good things. Tight 4-wide formation again. Davis goes in motion. Snap back. This will be a handoff to Shropshire, and the ball's on the ground. Let's see who gets on it, and it looks like the Marauders have recovered. The ball squirted loose on the little zone read fake. It was a bad connection. That ball bounced around, and the Marcus Marauders fell on it. I did not see, Tim, did you? I did not see who fell on the ball.
I did not see. There was a pile of people. A couple people had a chance at it, including Keller.
That might, tell you what, that ball kept squirting loose.
Yes, it sure did.
Got underneath the pile, and then a Marauder defender jumped on top of it. I believe that's
going to be number 15. And that's Cole Scott.
Cole Shot.
Yeah. 6 foot, 195, junior linebacker with a big play.
We believe it was him. And, yeah, that ball just, it looked like Burkett thought Shropshire was going to take the ball, and Shropshire thought Burkett was going to keep it on the fake. So just a miscommunication. Their first turnover of the season. And the Marauders take over at the Keller 34. Nussmeier, little quick throw out to the far side, caught inside the 30 and down inside the 25. Nice little catch and skip up the sideline by number 3, Jamison Mayfield. And it's going to be enough for a first down, a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, the best friend receiver you can have is the guy that's going to get those yak yards after a nice little 8-yard pass, and that's exactly what he did.
Jamison Mayfield, 6 foot, 195-pound junior. Again, he was playing in the secondary last year for this Marcus team. Moved over to offense. Trips formation to the near side on 1st and 10 at the 23. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. A little bit of room that time, down to about the 20. As once again, I believe that was Carter Francis. Yes, number 2. Going to get about 3 yards on the game. As that probably will be, it looks like it will be the last play of the first quarter. So through quarter number 1, the Marauders have had 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. They have a fumble recovery and a chance to move up 2 scores as we go to quarter number 2. It's Marcus 14, Keller 7 here on Marcus Football Night.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Back here for quarter number 2 at Keller ISD Stadium. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you on Marcus Football Night as we go to the second quarter with the Marauders leading the Keller Indians by a score of 14-7. And Tim, so far so good for the offensive showing and production under Colton Nussmeier in his second year as a starter.
Yeah, and he's doing it all. He's leading his team. He's doing it on the ground, in the air. They're not getting a lot of running production from the backs just yet, but if they do, it's going to get real dangerous.
2nd and 7, snap back, and Nussmeier's going to keep it and run. He's inside the 15, and he's going to slide down after he gets that first down at the 13-yard line. That should be right at the marker as he got upfield and then went into his slide. We'll see if they give him that first down, and they have. They've given him the first down. He saw that hole. I think that was a design quarterback draw.
100%. That's a planned draw. You can tell when the running back comes out to get that linebacker that is a planned quarterback draw.
So that'll set up first and 10 for the Marauders at the 13-yard line of Keller. He goes under center this time. Handoff up the middle, punching through that time and finding a hole is Carter Francis. Best run of the night from the tailback position as he busts it down to about the, they're going to mark him at the just outside the 6-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 7 on that.
You tap enough and pretty soon you're going to break through, and they've been tapping, and that time they break right through the middle.
2nd and 3 now for the Marauders. Keller 7-yard line trying to go up 2 scores here in the early part of the second quarter after a Keller fumble. Snap back, handoff again. This time he gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Does Carter Francis, and the Indians get a stop for a loss of a yard.
Absolutely zero hole there when he got the ball. that's simply not going to work. But again, they are crowding that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got met behind the line of scrimmage that time as they got through the protection.
2 yards and bring up 3rd down.
Looks like you've got a couple of reserve offensive linemen here in on this possession, as I do see number 70, Elijah Carney, the senior, in at one spot on the line.
3rd and 5. Whole playbook is open with Nussmeier in the gun.
Shotgun snap back to Nussmeier. Pressure comes. He rolls to his left, and he's just going to get. Wow, he completed the pass with the feet down. We're still waiting for a signal. It's a touchdown.
Wow.
What a catch on the sideline in the end zone. I thought Nussmeier was just throwing that ball away, but he found a sliver of a hole to get the ball to his receiver, and they complete it for a 8-yard touchdown pass. As you can see, he's getting away from the pressure, fires it to the end zone, and that pass is caught with 1 foot down inside the sideline. What a catch by Jamison Mayfield for the score.
That's an incredible catch and throw. I was just going to say, I don't like Nussmeier trying to get out of the pocket so quickly. He didn't have a lot of room out there, but then he throws an absolute laser for a touchdown. So don't listen to anything I say.
Boy, and you got to give credit to Jamison Mayfield as well for tiptoeing that sideline, and when he stretched to catch that ball, keeping 1 foot down inside the sideline to finish the score from 8 yards out. Diaz on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:50 to go in the first half. The Marauders take advantage of the Keller fumble, and they now lead 21-7. This is Marcus football night.
I've been practicing law for 30 years. I have said one phrase more than any other. Why didn't you call me sooner? There are ways to accomplish the same goals in litigation from a perspective of finding solutions to complex problems as opposed to winning. I firmly believe that if you think you need a lawyer, you need to come in and talk to one. We would be more than happy to guide you so that you don't have to guess.
So the Marcus Marauders, after the fumble by the Keller Indian offense, take advantage as they go 34 yards to punch the ball into the end zone, 33 yards I should say, to punch the ball in, and the touchdown coming on an 8-yard laser strike from Colton Nussmeier to Jamison Mayfield right on the sideline of the end zone. And the Marauders are now 3 for 3.
And they are checking all the boxes. They scored on the first drive, time consuming. They get the ball back, they score again. They score off turnovers. I mean, this is the making of a winning football team.
And apparently we had a penalty after the play because the kickoff is coming from the Keller 45, and it'll go into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. I did not see the flag. I don't know where that occurred. Maybe it occurred on the extra point, possibly.
Maybe. I did not see.
Didn't see that either, but either way, it's going to be a touchback, and the Indians will start this next possession from their own 25-yard line. Up 2 scores, 21-7.
This is a pivotal drive here for Keller if they want to stay in this game at all.
We've seen Keller can move the ball. The turnover just coming essentially on a miscommunication and a bad exchange between Burkett and Shropshire. This time Shropshire takes the handoff and makes a few men miss dancing up the field. Really nifty little 5-yard run right there from Quentin Shropshire.
Yeah, quick feet getting through the cones in the summer is what makes that kind of run.
Shropshire last year, again, said he had 523 yards rushing last season, 6.6 yards a carry, and 6 touchdowns. Out of the gun. 2nd and 5 now for Keller. Play action. Burkett drops back, gets pressured, steps up and away. Now he's trying to find room to run and actually does a good job of finding a little bit of a gap in space and turns what could have been a loss into a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, he's got the ball out there a little loosey-goosey, so
Marcus looked for that, but that's a nice little run up the middle to get yourself a few yards and make a play out of nothing.
Well, and as we said earlier, he's definitely not as big as Colton Nussmeier, but you can see how quick-footed Brock Burkett is, and he's got really good agility and is able to make men miss. 3rd and a yard for Keller. Snap back, hand off to Shropshire. And that's not Shropshire, but it's going to be a first down after a 3-yard gain out to the 37 by David Macchia, number 23.
Tough running, and that's what Keller now, they just want to get back in this thing,
Yep.
and you can see that they're going to the ground game a little bit.
The junior, David Macchia, with a nice carry there. 1st and 10 now at the 37 after the 3-yard scamper. Only 2 tight ends on the tight end set on the right, I should say, offset. Snap back, it's a little zone read action by Burkett, makes a man miss outside the 40, out to the 43. Good 6-yard run right there from Brock Burkett.
At some point, this defensive line has to sit down, contain, let the linebackers fill, and stop this quarterback run game.
Gage Patrick, number 23, the middle linebacker, on the tackle that time.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
Okay, they're going to call the 6-yard run out to the 43. Snap back, handoff. Shropshire does take it this time, and much better job that time by the Marcus defense. Only about a 2-yard gain that time for Shropshire, as not nearly as much space to maneuver. They're actually going to give him forward progress out to the 46, so it'll be a 3-yard gain, setting up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, no urgency either by Keller right now. It's just about getting back into this thing, down 2 scores.
Caleb Hammer, the junior linebacker. What a great name for a linebacker, by the way. Caleb Hammer on the tackle. 3rd and a yard now for the Indians as they go tight 4 wide once again. Receiver in motion, snap back. They're going to throw on 3rd and a yard, and it's a completion into Marcus territory down to the 45-yard line. Pass caught by the slot receiver, number 6, Bodie Davis. They're going to give him forward progress down to the 44, I believe, of Marcus. Coming out throwing on 3rd and 1. Bodie Davis just found a little hole in the zone.
He takes a hit at the end.
Good shot there on the end by number 17, Evan Sachs. He's the junior bandit. Snap back, play action. Rolling to his left is Burkett. He's going to fire deep up the near sideline and overshoots everybody. Bodie Davis got behind the defender that time as you had number 4, Easton Mitchell, trailing him, but that pass was way overthrown.
Way overthrown. Sometimes you get excited when your receiver's that open.
That'll make it now 2nd and 10 at the Marcus 44.
Interesting here for the Marcus defense. You feel like if they can get a stop here, they can really put their foot on the throat of Keller.
Tight 4 wide formation out of the shotgun. Another play action. Quick throw to the far side. Pass is caught. Nice open field tackle that time by number 9, Noah Witter. Still going to be a good 5-yard gain for Keller, but I mean, ball caught, runner down immediately on that play as it was number 8, Bradley McCroskey, on the catch.
That's a great open field tackle because that could have gone for a lot longer yards on that one.
Yep, great job by Noah Witter on the play. Noah Witter, a senior. One of the guys stepping up right now in the absence of some injured teammates. 3rd and 5 now for the Indians at the 39. Davis comes in motion. Rolling to his right is Burkett. He's going to try to make a man miss. Does, but is he able to get the first down? Not quite. He was able to step out of the tackle of Caleb Hammer right around the line of scrimmage and fight his way forward for what ended up being about a 3-yard gain. That was great effort.
It's a great individual effort, and you could tell the grit and the fight there to go get that first down. Just came up a little short.
Looked like Caleb Hammer was going to drop him for maybe a loss of a yard or two, and Burkett just kept fighting and was able to wiggle out of the tackle and set this up for a makeable 4th down try. 4th and 2 now from the Marauder 38. 4th and 3, I should say. And now we're going to have a timeout as Keller wants to talk about this. 4th and 4. There's 5:32 to go in the first half. Keller facing a 4th and 4 at the Marauder 38-yard line. This is Marcus football night.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
So then I told him I'd like to see what he had to offer. I told him it wasn't really about the money.
Jacob Denimore and Tim Smith back here with you at Keller ISD Stadium as the Marcus Marauders lead the Keller Indians by a score of 14-7. Here with 5:34 to go in the first half. 21-7, not 14. I'm sorry. 21-7, Marcus.
We can help. Now that's an offer you can't pass up. Back in my day, drains were called buckets.
Because you didn't have plumbing. I get it.
Stop and get that offense back on the field.
Big play for both teams here early in the first half. Well, not that early, a little bit late.
Yeah. Tight four-wide formation here. Bodie Davis going in motion. Snap back, Burkett drops back, fires over the middle, and that pass is caught off a deflection. Wow. Great heads-up play by the Marcus receiver. That was number 8, Bradley McCroskey, because that pass got deflected. Looked like Marcus was going to get the stop, and it bounced right to McCroskey, who made the catch for the first down.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that did bounce right into his hands.
Yeah, Ryan San Miguel made a great play, got his hand on the pass to deflect it, but it, like we said, just bounced right into the hands of McCroskey, and he gets the first down at the 23-yard line for a gain of 15 yards for Keller.
Oh, how that football can bounce.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And that time, Keller got some good fortune. They come out in a 3-wide set to the near side, single receiver up top on the right. Snap back, play action, Burkett stepping up, looking for room to run, finds some inside the 20. And, man, he is a strong runner for a kid that doesn't look all that big. He gets down to the 18-yard line.
And that looked like another planned run. He didn't really look downfield very long. He just looked for a brief second, so either he didn't see what he wanted right now, or that was a planned quarterback draw, hard to tell. But he did not look downfield very much at all.
Yeah, and we apologize. We missed a play. It's now 3rd and 3 after that run. We missed the first down play. Snap back, handoff up the middle, and is it going to be enough for a first down? It was going to be close. Looks like they're marking him just short of the 15. That was number 0, Timmy Erickson, on the carry, and he is about a foot short, setting up fourth down. Again, our apologies for missing the first down play for a 2-yard gain. It must have gone quick snap while we were looking at the replay. But it's 4th and a half yard, and they're going to go again out of the shotgun in a tight 4-wide set. Snap back, handoff, first down inside the 15. Timmy Erickson again found a gap and exploited it, gain of 3 yards down to the 12.
Now they've been able to get those 3 or 4 yards right in between the tackles, and that's just chewing up yardage and chewing up this field. Going to maybe make sure that Nussmeier doesn't get another chance.
Trying to take advantage of the fortunate deflection on the 4th down play to keep this drive alive. Snap back, handoff at the 12. Nope, they're going end around on the reverse. And the Marcus defense reads it, but misses a tackle inside the 15 down to the 10. And they're going to mark him out. Let's see where they're going to mark him down. They said forward progress will stop at the 10-yard line. So it'll only end up being about a 2-yard gain, as that time they went with the little reverse to Quentin Shropshire.
A lot of excitement for not a lot of output on
Sorry,
that
not Quentin Shropshire. That was Bodie Davis, who came in motion. And we have a Marcus player down on the field. Again, can't quite see who that is. The trainers are attending to him. Let's go ahead and take a break while they attend to the injured Marauder. 21-7 Marcus over Keller. This is Marcus football night.
Point Bank is proud to support the Marcus Marauders football season. Show your Marauder pride with a custom Point Bank school logo debit card. Learn more at pointbank.com. It's not just banking, it's point banking. Member FDIC.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Unfortunately, we cannot tell. Jacob Denimore, Tim Smith back here with you. We cannot tell who the young man is for Marcus that's down on the field right now. Try to get you that number as soon as we can. Looks to be possibly a pretty serious injury. You just wonder if somebody got caught with a block or something, like some kind of a backside block, and maybe got caught wrong. And
it's unfortunate. Never like to see this at the high school level, especially this early in the season. Gosh.
Trainers are still attending to the young man down on the field. And again, apologies, we don't know who it is that's down. Getting told from our production crew downstairs that the young man just kind of collapsed and fell backwards and fell back on his back flat. Wasn't from a hit or anything of that nature. That's at least we're being told from one of our camera people. Tell you what, they're still attending to him. Let's go ahead and take another quick break while they attend to this young man from Marcus who is down on the field. This is Marcus football night.
Sideline Spirit Co. is the fresh, reimagined way to do fan gear, born out of the heart of a Marauders mom. What started in the stands as ideas has grown into the official fan gear partner of Marcus football. From hoodies and hats, Sideline Spirit Co. brings a crisp, new look to Friday Night Lights. Every purchase supports our Marauders. Pick up your gear at the next home game in the north corner of the stadium. Look for the merch trailer. Follow at the Sideline Spirits Co. on Instagram and Facebook for what's up and coming, and visit us online at thesidelinespiritco.com. Are you looking to team up and need custom merch? Reach out to Whitney at thesidelinespiritco.com. Good luck to Team 40. Let's go, Marcus.
You can see the young man coming off the field now. It is number 99, Liam Hoskins, for the Marauders, who is coming off under his own power, but a little woozy. You never know with something like this about, if what our cameraman saw was accurate, that he just kind of went down. It could be any number of things. The guy's a little dehydrated. You never know. He just pass out. But he's coming off the field on his own now, and it's going to be 2nd and 8 now at the 10-yard line for Keller after the timeout. Snap back, Burkett rolls to his left, fires towards the end zone, and he overshoots everybody, but a flag is down. Probably going to get a pass interference or a holding in the end zone. And they may get Noah Witter here. That's what it kind of looked like, that maybe he was grabbing one of the receivers trying to break away, and it is going to be pass interference against Marcus.
Just more self-inflicted wounds by the Marcus Marauders here early on.
So that's going to make it 1st and goal after the penalty. And that will move the ball to the 2-yard line because the foul occurred in the end zone.
That'll make it 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
So 1st and goal now for the Indians at the Marauder 2 as they try to get this thing back within the score. 2:43 to go in the first half. They run up to the line. Snap back, hand off to Shropshire. He's got room around the right side, bounces it out for an easy walk-in touchdown as Quentin Shropshire will score his first touchdown of the season, and Keller does take advantage of that fortunate bounce on the 4th down play and punches this into the end zone to bring this to a 1-score game.
A much-needed score for Keller to get back in this thing. And, they just lost contain, did Marcus on the outside there, and allowed an easy walk-in touchdown.
Kicking team is on. Connick Whitmire, the senior kicker, looking to make this a 7-point ball game. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 2:38 to go here in the first half, Keller pulls back to within 1 score. It's 21-14 Marcus. This is Marcus Football Nights. Keller takes that ball the distance after the kickoff return as they end up going 77 yards on that possession.
Allen and Peyton Belton back to receive the kick.
Had a very fortunate play on a 4th and 4 where the Marcus defense made the play. Ryan San Miguel batting a pass away from the intended wide receiver, but unfortunately it went right to number 8, Bradley McCroskey, who made the catch and kept the drive alive, and Keller took advantage of it, punching it in for the score. Kickoff is high and deep, and it will be caught 1 yard deep inside the end zone, and it'll be returned out past the 20, 25, room to run, out almost to the 30-yard line. Nice solid return by Peyton Belton. You're going to take it out of the end zone, you better at least get past the 25, and he did.
You better. It's a questionable call to take it out at that 1 yard line, but you assume that he had full permission to do so.
Took it out to about the 28, I believe, is where they're going to mark this, and that's where the Marcus offense, the 29 to be exact. So that's where the Marcus offense will take over. Again, Marcus so far 3 for 3 on their offensive possessions. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. And they'll start here from their own 29 with 2:32 to go here in the first half. 2 timeouts to play with as well. Split backs, one goes in motion, swinging back, and it's going to be a little screen set up, and it's caught by Belton, but he's dropped for a yard loss. Great defensive play that time by number 32. That is Ethan George. Check that, 33, Blaine McDonald. Sorry.
You had running back McKnight flare out right and jump like the ball was coming his way, but nobody fooled on the backside.
Yep, they get it to Peyton Belton underneath, but great job by Blaine McDonald to get through the blocking and make the catch for a yard loss. And who called the timeout? We have a timeout being called as Marcus was actually letting the clock run after losing a yard on that play. I did not see who called that. But 2 minutes. Oh, you know what? We forgot to talk about this in the pregame. We have a new rule in high school football this year.
Is there a 2-minute warning?
There is now a 2-minute warning in high school football, Tim.
Well, they could have done that next week.
There is now, this is something I read about last week and totally forgot to mention at the pregame. Yes, for those who aren't aware, they are now, UIL is now copying what college football is doing. Yeah. And at the end of the second and end of the fourth quarters, there is now a 2-minute warning in high school football.
Okay.
You know what? Gotta get modern times.
I guess so. Get these kids ready for the next level to some degree. How long is the 2-minute warning?
Now that we're prepared for it, we'll find out next week. It's probably a one where we could have taken a timeout and a break, but I had forgotten about the rule and got caught off guard by it.
All right, here we go.
So next week we know.
Next week we know.
2-minute warning, commercial break next time.
Well, the clock operator didn't know either because he let that thing go all the way down to like 150.
At the 28-yard
First game
line.
for everybody. First game for everybody.
It's true.
So after the 2-minute warning, the Marcus is back on the field. The offense is 2nd and 11 at their own 28 as they go full 3 wide down to the bottom. With a tight end up top, I believe. Snap back to Nussmeier. He's looking downfield. He steps away from pressure, and he's going to throw one out. Caught on the little leak out, and it's going to be a first down. Great job that time finding his running back, Cade McKnight, who just leaked out of the backfield. McKnight slips enough of the tackle to get it to the 40 for a gain of 12 and a first.
Nussmeier looking right all the way, nothing there. Then he's got to bail out, step up, and hit that running back.
Going in the hurry up. Nussmeier throws it out to the far side, caught by Mayfield, and steps out of bounds at the 44. Gain of 4 yards with a minute 33, a minute 33, I should say, left here in the first. As our clock operator catches up. Minute 33 to go. Still 2 timeouts for Marcus. Second and six at their own 44. Marcus trying to get down and get points. Get that lead extended back to 2 scores. Now McKnight splits out wide. Dropping back, Nussmeier over the middle. Pass is caught. Inside Keller territory by Vogler. Down to the 41. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll move the chains.
That's a great job by Nussmeier, taking what the defense is giving him, not rushing, not looking for that deep ball right now, just matriculating down the field.
1st and 10, snap back to Nussmeier. He's going to fire one to the far side. That pass is caught. Great throw, great catch. It was Austin Allen out of the slot. He makes the catch and gets out of bounds at the 29-yard line, a gain of 12.
And the protection is superb right now. There's nobody close to him as he's letting these balls rip out of the pocket.
Marcus moving methodically down the field and not having to use their timeouts yet. There's a minute 3 to go here in this first half. And they have the ball at the Keller 29, 1st and 10.
They've made quick work of this drive.
3 receivers split off, and now Allen goes in motion on the right side. Nussmeier drops back, rolling to his left, looking downfield, and fires one down the sideline. Out of bounds, just throwing that one away. Didn't find anybody, so he did the smart thing.
Very smart play there. They had dropped everyone back into deep coverage, and he wanted to take a shot, but it just wasn't there, so he throws the ball away.
And now Keller will use one of their 2 timeouts as their defense, they think, is a little bit on its heels. And we'll go ahead and take it with them. 56 seconds to go here in the first half. Marcus up 7, but driving. This is Marcus football night.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory. Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
And we missed the play a little bit. Nussmeier drops back and gets dropped all the way back at the 39-yard line for a loss of 10. For the first time tonight, they were really able to get some pressure on Nussmeier, and he has dropped for a huge loss with 48 seconds to go here in the first half, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 20 back at the 39-yard line.
Just when we were bragging on that offensive line holding up, giving great protection that time, Keller's able to get through and make a huge play.
Fans give you the one update on.
Yeah, and I mean, and at this play, you know, again, you're just now at this point, you're just trying to get back to within hopefully makeable field goal range.
The Wolfforth Friendship Tigers.
You wonder
30-7.
what kind of, the legs of Nussmeier. This is one of those where maybe you spread things out and go quarterback draw. See what you can get.
You don't. I mean, they're going to play a deep shell coverage. You're not going to get. I mean, there's just not a lot of plays for 3rd and 20.
You're right.
Let's see what you can get here. See if you can get in field goal range for sure.
Very, very well-timed sack by the Keller defense.
Playing the Houston Straight Jesuit Crusaders. The South Lake Carroll Dragons travel to Midland to play the Bulldogs. And the Weatherford Kangaroos coming in.
So the offense comes back out onto the field now. 3rd and 20 from the Keller 39-yard line. Nussmeier dropping back, stepping up into the pocket, and he's going to get dropped and he's going to get away and actually get the pass off, and it's caught down to the 30-yard line. Wow, what a play by Nussmeier. Able to spin out of a potential sack attempt, was able to lob the ball to Jamison Mayfield and get the ball down to the 30 as the clock continues to run. The offense is going to stay on the field. This tells me that Santiago Diaz's range is not in the 47, 48-yard territory. And now Marcus will call its final timeout with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, you wonder what you do here. 4th and 11, you can get the first down clearly and be able to kick a shorter field goal. I don't mind them going for this here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously and the good thing is with the rules in high school football, you don't have to get out of bounds. You can use the whole field to get that first down. As long as you get the first down, the clock will stop while they reset the chains.
Nussmeier just left the field. So
they are bringing Diaz on. Yep, they are. They're bringing Diaz. They're bringing the field goal team back out to try this. This is going to be a 47-yard field goal. Santiago Diaz kicking, Easton Mitchell holding from 47 yards out.
No short kick, that's for sure.
Santiago Diaz on to attempt a 47-yard field goal.
Diaz lines it up. Snap is down. The kick is on the way, and it is no good. Just a little bit short from 47 yards out. Looked like it was on line.
Looked like he had that.
Just didn't have the distance, and the 47-yarder is no good. And Keller, give them credit. They stepped up and made the one play that they needed to kind of kill that drive. And 15 seconds left. They do have a timeout to see if they can get something downfield. And, boy, that is a huge stop for Keller because Keller will also get the ball to start half number 2.
I was just going to say they don't have to do a lot here because they do get the ball coming out of halftime. So interesting to see how much they want to gamble with 15 seconds left on their own side of the 50.
For the first time tonight, the Marcus offense gets stopped. And they are going to go victory formation here, as you can see it. Keller's just going to take a knee and take this to the half. And, yep, a kneel down by Burkett, and that will take it to halftime. So, the Marcus Marauders, overall, pretty solid performance, Tim, by both sides of the ball. You know, we talked about this defense that is missing a number of guys, but they were able to come up with a turnover in the first half to stop a drive. And, you know, the offense was very productive. Obviously got stopped on that last possession, but it was very efficient in the first half overall. And they go into the halftime here in the season opener up by 7.
Yeah, you go 3 for 4 here in the opening half of the season. You've been delayed quite a bit, so there's a lot going on, and that's certainly a tribute to these players keeping focused the whole time.
Yeah, all the timing has been kind of thrown off for everybody tonight with the delay, but we go to halftime here at Keller ISD Stadium. Marcus leading Keller 21-14. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll bring you a lot of the sights and sounds of Texas high school football here at the half. This is Marcus Football Night.
off the lights. Take what you want from this, try to catch me by surprise. Tell me what you wanna see, bring me to the edge. You get me time and time again. We rise for miles above the world. On and on, let it burn all night. We won't even stop for the morning light. High above the clouds. On and on, let it burn all night. We keep rising up so high. Miles and won't even stop for the morning light. High above the clouds. On and on, let it burn all night. We keep rising up so high above the clouds. On and on, let it burn all night. We won't even stop for the morning light. High above the clouds. On and on, let it burn all night. We keep rising up so my bones are hard to break. I can feel when the earth begins to shake. I've been waiting for this change. Come down below. Come down below. It's so low. We are breaking out from these chains. We are taking down the locks on this cage. Now's our time. You better fall in line. Shadows, no dark days. Shadows, 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 shadows. Through the dark days. Come down below. Come down below. It's so low. We are breaking out from these chains. We are taking down the locks on this cage. Now's our time. You better fall in line. Shadows, no dark days. We are breaking out from these chains. We are taking down the locks on this cage. Now's our time. You better fall in line. Shadows, no dark days. They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights. Yeah. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you, I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Thin our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary.
I'm the realest.
I'm the GOAT.
Yeah, everybody.
Welcome back to Keller ISD Stadium. Jacob Dedamore, Tim Smith here with you as the Marauders lead by a score of 21-14 at the half. And Tim, that first half, I tell you, it was just for the most part, outside of that final possession in the 2-minute drill that came up short, with the missed 47-yard field goal, the Marcus Marauder offense was a model of efficiency in that first half.
Yeah, the first half at least kind of played out as we thought it would. The offense would probably be on fire, which they were outside of the last drive, and the defense might struggle a little bit. They have done well, but they've had some unfortunate bounces as well. The biggest thing that I'm sure Coach Alexander is talking about at halftime is getting those penalties way down and those mental mistakes.
Most definitely. And, you know, what we saw from the Marcus defense, they took advantage of the missed connection on the zone read handoff by Keller's offense. A bad exchange, got the fumble recovery, which Marcus was able to turn into a touchdown. The one thing I will say that the Marcus defense is doing is they're making Keller earn it on offenses. They haven't been giving up big. Now they've given up a couple of drives, of course, but they are making Keller earn what they get right now, having to really work their way down the field. And as we saw, one of those touchdown drives came about because of just basically luck.
Just a tip ball. But now Liam Hoskins, who's such a big part of this defense, he went out in that second quarter.
Right.
I think if he doesn't come back, this defense could have some more issues.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if he comes back in the second half. Liam Hoskins just kind of went down on his own on a play on the second touchdown drive for Keller. Just kind of went down without being hit or touched. We're not really sure. After a good 5-6 minutes of talking to him, he got up and walked off the field under his own power, but just not really sure what happened to him there. And Liam Hoskins, unfortunately, with the players already out, Liam Hoskins is an extremely important part of this defense.
So important, yeah.
Very much so. We don't have any numbers for you here in the first half, but it really was the Colton Nussmeier show. He had 2 touchdowns passing and 1 touchdown running in that first half. The run game for Marcus was not great, but it was effective when they needed it to be in their drives in the first half.
Yeah, they've got a couple of yards here and there, but primarily whenever Nussmeier goes under center, they load the box, does Keller. You could look for some play action here in the second half to take advantage of that.
Great first half, though, by this new wide receiver core for Marcus, as we really saw the new tight end, Bear Colger, make a number of plays. The sophomore, number 18, Jamison Mayfield, with a spectacular touchdown grab to make it 21-7 at the time. Again, him having moved over to the offensive side of the ball this year from defense, made a couple of great plays. Austin Allen did a whole lot in that first half, including a great touchdown catch of his own, dancing along the back line. Yeah, so just a great job offensively, and of course now that Marcus defense is going to have to start on the field here in the second half and see if they can contain this Keller offense and hopefully get a stop and get that ball back to the offense.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge drive. I always think the first drive of that third quarter is so important, especially in a one-score game. Sometimes can be the drive that sets up the rest of the game.
Well, it will be Marcus kicking things off here as we are about to get started here in half number 2. They did have with the delay to start the game, they had a very truncated halftime show to kind of, and since this is a Thursday night, it is a school night for all the kids.
The kids have to go to bed.
Yeah, well, we have to go to bed too.
We have to go to bed too. That'd be great.
We've all got jobs we got to get home to and get to bed for in the morning as well. So all of us, I think, are very appreciative of the shortened halftime, and we'll get things going here shortly as here comes the kicking unit for the Marcus Marauders.
The kicking unit ready to go. Keller just now running out of their tunnel, so they'll have to work quick and get that kickoff return team out there.
Again, this as we talked about during the pregame, this is a Marcus defense that comes into tonight a bit shorthanded because of a number of injuries that occurred during fall camp and during the scrimmage that they had last week against Jesuit. So a little bit banged up. Fortunately, the majority of the injuries that we've been told about are not going to be injuries that keep guys out for the season.
It's tough because you have to play football to get ready to play football.
100%. Kickoff team is lining things up as Santiago Diaz tees it up. 2 players deep for Keller. Line drive kick. It will hit at the 5 and bounce into the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Nice kick.
And yeah, good kick. Kicked it away from the returners. Kept it in bounds. And the Indians will start at their own 25-yard line.
No problem for the Indians tonight, driving the length of the field. That hasn't really been an issue. Both teams are chunking plays, doing it a little differently, but both teams are chewing up yards.
For those who are unaware of the Marauders schedule, they will have their home opener next Friday, a week from tomorrow on the 5th of September, as they will be at Marauder Stadium taking on the Arlington High Colts. We'll have that for you here. Shotgun formation, snap back, play action for Burkett. He's going to fire one to the far side. That pass is caught. Then stepping out of bounds is number 2, Ralph Crosby, out at the 34-yard line for a gain of 9.
That game against Arlington last year was at the baseball stadium.
Yeah, it was at Choctaw Stadium over in Arlington.
What a neat atmosphere that was.
Yep, the former Ranger Stadium has been converted into a football facility. Handoff on second down, and a great job by Shropshire. He breaks tackles, gets into the open field, and out past the 40 to the 43. It looked like he was going to get dropped for a loss of a couple of yards and was able to wiggle free from the defender and get a gain of 8 out to the 42.
Yeah, just simply have to make that tackle in the backfield. Yeah. 2 guys had him hemmed up, and he's able to get away from both of them. Very, very strong.
We've seen a few tackles getting broken tonight by Keller ball carriers. That'll be something to work on next week for the Marcus defense. Snap back to Burkett, looks to his left, now looks down the middle, and he steps up into the pocket, and he will get wrapped up after a gain of about a yard or 2. As that time it was number 21, Gage Patrick, the junior linebacker, getting around the ankle and not letting go.
He looks left, there's nothing there. He comes back right looking for the deep shot. That's not there either, so he does what he can and gets a few yards.
2nd and 8 now at the 44-yard line, opening possession here of the third quarter. As they go full spread, 4-wide formation. Play action. Burkett looking downfield, stepping up again, and this time he's going to get dropped for a loss of about a yard as he couldn't escape that time. That time on the tackle, it was number 33, Will Harrison, the defensive end, who gets the sack and the loss of a yard.
Yeah, really nice play there. Didn't let the quarterback sneak out that time. Actually, now, 3rd and 9.
They marked him back at the 42, so it's a loss of 2. 3rd and 10. Snap back. Burkett looking downfield, fires, and that pass is over everybody. And by the way, I just saw out on that last play, Liam Hoskins back on the field.
Oh, it's good to see.
On that 3rd and 10, yes, very good to see him back out there. And that pass was a airmail that time on 3rd and 10. And look at that, the Marcus Marauders come out, they get the stop that they needed on defense.
And now you're going to force the first punt of the game for either team.
For either team, punt team is on. And it's a high, short punt. Very short, and it's going to kick back upfield, and it's going to be killed at the 46 or 47 of Marcus. That one went almost up a silo, bounced at about the Marcus 40, and kicked back upfield. So excellent field position for the Marauders after what turns out to be a 12-yard punt.
They almost couldn't write the script any better to come out of this third quarter. You get the big stop, you get a shank punt, and now you are set up at the 54? I'm sorry, the 54? The 46?
Okay.
I said the 50. Hey.
Did you watch the Cowboys preseason game from a couple of weeks ago with Isaiah Standback when they were lining up the Brandon Aubrey 66-yard field goal?
Yes.
And he said he's lining it up from the 54-yard line.
Whoops. My bad, folks. I know better.
His broadcast partner, Bill Jones, says, or better known as the opposing 46.
There you go, 46. Whoops.
1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff going over the left side. Little bit of room and a nice job pushing the pile that time by Cade McKnight.
The ball carrier for the
Only going to be about a 3-yard gain, but that was a nice workmanlike 3 yards there.
Yeah, good way to start off this drive, really. As long as you're getting positive yards, you're never going to go broke taking a profit.
2nd and 7 now at the Marcus 49.
See, I may say some silly things sometimes, but then I'm going to drop some wisdom. Just not at the 56-yard line.
Right. 2nd and 7 now for the Marauders. Just under 9.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 2-back set. This is going to be a little sweep to the left-right side. And breaking into the open field is Austin Allen, and he almost busted that one all the way to the house. Got tripped up deep into the secondary. It goes down at the 34-yard line. Wow, great run by Austin Allen. That little sweep out of the shotgun split back set.
Yeah, that play's designed to go outside, but Austin Allen sees the alley, puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield and gets those positive yards.
17 yards, and he was just a half step away from taking that one the distance. 1st and 10 at the 34 of Keller now as they go bunch formation on the left side. And we're going to have flags. We had movement. They were trying to set up a little swing screen pass to Jamison Mayfield, who was lined up in the backfield.
That's going to be another false start.
Against Marcus.
That's about 4 here tonight. That's something that absolutely needs to be cleaned up.
Sorry, it wasn't Mayfield. It's Carter Francis who they were trying to set up that screen pass to.
5-yard penalty. Repeat the first down from the 39-yard line.
I got to make some corrections to my little 2-deep roster over here. I got some of the numbers a little screwy. 1st and 15 now back at the 39 after the penalty. Little play pass, a little bubble screen to the outside. Nice job by Allen breaking tackles. He's going to end up with about a 4-yard gain on the little bubble screen, down to about the 35-yard line.
Almost gets to the original line of scrimmage.
Almost. We're going to mark him about a yard short of the original line. He's going to make it 2nd and, let's say, a long 11 here.
This is where Nussmeier excels. That strong arm, he can certainly throw it for 12 yards without an issue.
Got the 4-wide set with Bolger, the tight end, slightly split out in the slot on the left. Snap back. Nussmeier dropping out of the shotgun. He's going to fire one to the near side. Pass is caught inside the 30, making a man miss is Allen. He'll get knocked out at the 26. Nice little bit of movement to get about 4 extra yards from Austin Allen. Down to the 26-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down.
You just can't give Nussmeier this much time. He has been picking this Keller defense apart whenever he's got time in the pocket, which has been about 95, 96% of the time.
Yep. Gain of 10 on the play sets up 3rd and 2 for the Marauders just inside the Keller 26-yard line. Nussmeier's going to go under center here as Gavin Huffman checks in as the big H, 2 tight end formation. 3 tight ends, actually. They're going to hand it up the middle, driving forward, and a first down for Cade McKnight as they just kind of a little rugby scrum action, push the pile forward to move the chains.
Marcus out here showing some toughness here in the 3rd quarter. Not just going for broke, they're mixing in the run and the pass. Chip away at that D-line.
Gain of 3 on the play. 1st and 10 now at the 23 as the clock keeps moving. The other thing they're doing, and we talked about this in the pregame, they're taking time off the clock. They're being methodical with these drives.
Yeah, they're not in a no huddle, hurry up, or anything of that nature. They're huddling up, and they are being methodical.
Hand off to McKnight again. Kind of drives forward. Not much there. Going to get about a yard before he gets brought down by the pile. Led that time by the Keller defenses. You got number 22, Matthew Reagan, and number 54 on the play, Brecken Rogers.
So now 2nd and 10.
Wow, they didn't even give him a yard on that.
It's very unusual. They haven't gotten yards on first down.
I thought he at least got a yard out of that with forward progress, but no, they marked him at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. In the shotgun this time, Nussmeier drops back, fires one out, far side, pass is caught. That one was a little bit low that time from Nussmeier. Mayfield made the catch at the 18 for a gain of 5. Could have been, that one for whatever reason just kind of dove down towards the turf, and Mayfield had to go down to his knees to make the catch.
And Matthew Wallet just had to come out of the game. His helmet came off, so he raced out of the game. He'll only be out of play, but you're right. That was it was a nice catch because the ball was kind of low, but just an easy little 8-yard curl route.
If that ball had been up, I think Mayfield had some room to make some things happen. 3rd and 5 now for the Marauders at the Indians 18. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. They go full spread formation, empty backfield. Snap back to Nussmeier. Steps up, throws over the middle, pass is almost intercepted. Nussmeier threw that one into coverage, and that should have been picked. It was dropped by number 4, James Middleton, the junior DB. Don't know if there was a route confusion on that, but
there was 2 receivers in the same area. That's the first mistake for Nussmeier here tonight, where he does almost throw the pick. But you have to wonder, when there's 2 receivers in the same area down there, that makes it tough. So they're going to go for another field goal here. A little bit closer than the last one.
This one's going to be a 35-yarder for Diaz. He missed from 47 right at the end of the first half as he came up just a little bit short. This one from 35. Snap is down. Kick is on the way. Plenty of distance this time. And this one is good. So Santiago Diaz connects easily from 35 yards out to extend the Marcus lead back to a 2-score lead. It is now 24-14. 5:43 to go here in the third quarter. This is Marcus football night.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
Marauders lining up to kick it off. Santiago Diaz boots it high and deep. And it will go about 3 yards deep into the end zone for the touchback. Diaz is getting good distance on his kickoff tonight. It makes me wonder, he had really good distance on that 35-yard field goal. I just wonder, it makes me wonder if maybe he was on the 47-yarder, maybe he was thinking about getting a little extra distance and kind of hit it wrong in the kind of the middle of the ball instead of getting under it.
I mean, he did come up just short, if I remember right. And
yeah, it wasn't short by much.
And sometimes in that situation, it's like the golf ball. We've got a wet night. It's kind of heavy out. The ball may not travel just as far as you would think in that situation.
Like I think he kicked that 35-yarder farther than he did the 47.
He belted that 35-yarder.
First and 10 at the 25 for the Indians. Now down 10, 24-14. Snap back, handoff to Shropshire. He's got room up the middle into the second level and all the way out to the 40. Sorry, that was not Shropshire. That was Erickson, Timmy Erickson, number 0, with a great burst up the middle for 15 to start this possession.
And Keller's been running the ball effectively tonight, so no surprise. That's one of their biggest runs of the night so far.
Now they're going to go with a little tempo here. First and 10 at the 40. And they're going to hand it off again. Again, up the middle, room to run. Erickson out to the 48, a gain of 8. As this offensive line for Keller is opening up some holes and pushing the line of scrimmage upfield.
The youth of this D-line is showing up right now, and it could show up more as we get into this fourth quarter.
Gage Patrick on the tackle. 2nd and 2 now at the 48-yard line. Receiver in motion. Little fake, handoff up the middle. This time it is Shropshire. He's going to get the first down, but doesn't get much beyond that as he got wrapped up just across midfield. It's going to be a gain of 3 to move the chains, but a nice tackle by Ryan San Miguel, the linebacker, to keep that from being much more.
Keller just taking kind of a methodical approach in the no huddle, so running the football, but not taking a lot of time off the clock.
Into Marcus territory now at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Little snap, boy, that was an off-target snap as Shropshire. The snap almost went to Shropshire.
Like a direct snap, right?
It did. It went to the left of Burkett. He reached for it, but Shropshire caught it, and it kind of threw off the timing of the play, and he just took off and only was able to get a yard across the line of scrimmage. Yeah, that snap, that was not intended to be a direct snap. No. That was definitely off target.
Well, as usual for Keller, the bounces are working out for them tonight so far.
They're lucky that one didn't hit the ground. 2nd and 9 now at the 48. Snap back, play action, rolling to his right is Burkett, looking for room to run. Gets breaking a tackle, and he's still on his feet. There's another good run by Burkett. He gets all the way down to the 45 for a gain of 8 when it looked like he was going to be wrapped up around the 45.
Burkett is a very tough runner. He reminds me of Sorensen from Friday Night Lights, the way he's out there putting this team on his back. Number 7 just comes to me, but he is playing great.
The tackle is a little bit of a tackling issue right now for the Marauder defense. 3rd and a yard, handoff, and first down inside the 35, down to the 30. Strong running again, just dragging bodies and moving the pile. That one was number 23, David Macchia, as he gets all the way down to the 27-yard line. That is a gain of 13 yards, and this ground game for Keller is really working here on this possession.
They're playing bully ball right now and getting the best of it.
Marcus needs to find some solutions on defense. One of those includes a little bit better tackling. 1st and 10 at the 27. Snap back, hand off to that's Erickson, and this time they get a nice wrap up. It's a gain of about 1.5 yards for Erickson.
Evan Sachs with the big tackle.
Yeah, Evan Sachs, and he was joined by Caleb Hammer that time on the tackle as they keep Erickson to a 2-yard gain.
Second down.
More of that, please.
You need more of that. You need to shut this drive down quickly. 2:36 and counting here in the third quarter.
2nd and 8 now for the Indians. Receiver in motion is Davis. Snap, play action. Burkett steps up, got room up the middle, and he's going to lower his shoulder and go right inside the 20 down to the 18. Going to be about 1 yard short of a first down. That time it was just a strong run by Burkett.
He is leaving it all out on the field tonight. He has a lot to be proud of regardless of the outcome of this one.
3rd and 1 yard now for Keller, I should say. Down to 2 minutes and counting here in the third quarter. Another handoff. This time Erickson finds room outside the 15, breaks a tackle inside the 10, the 5, and does he get into the end zone? Yes, he does. A great touchdown run from number 0, the senior, Timmy Erickson, as he found some room, bounced it outside, made a couple of Marauders miss, and took it into the end zone. And that play was that entire drive was all on the ground for Keller.
Did not throw the ball once. The quarterback was running, the running backs were running, and that was, again, that's just straight bully ball here in the third quarter.
75 yards all on the ground. As that time it was finished off on a beautiful 18-yard scamper by Timmy Erickson. Kicking team is on. Connick Whitmire lines it up, boots it through, and with 1:48 to go here in the third quarter, Keller answers back. They are now within 3. It is 24-21 Marcus. This is Marcus football night.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates, proud sponsors of Marcus High School football. Whether it's a game-winning touchdown or a fierce tackle, we're here to keep our athletes strong and in the game. From sports injuries to joint pain, our team of top orthopedic specialists is dedicated to providing the best care to keep you moving. Visit us at Orthopedic Associates, where your health is our victory.
Well, the Keller Indians answer the Marcus field goal drive with a touchdown drive, and they pull within 3, 24-21, as they go 75 yards all on the ground. A couple of those were scrambles, but still every bit of that was on the ground, and the Indians are now within 3. Line drive kick is going to go out of bounds, so going to be good field position for the Marauders to start this next possession as the offense, as we thought might be the case, the offense is going to have to stay efficient and answer back.
Well, what a great test on this offense right now, because this offense is the better unit probably, right?
Yeah.
And so they have to carry this team this year, and here you are in a situation, game 1. I love this. They have an opportunity to put this game away with a nice, long, methodical drive.
Well, especially early with as many defenders as Marcus has missing because of injuries, at least this first part of the season, probably this whole non-district schedule. The offense is going to have to carry them, and this offense is needed now to answer that touchdown drive and go back up by 2 scores. 1st and 10 at the 30. Little toss to the outside. Outside the 30, up to about the 35. Nice hard run that time by Carter Francis. Good 5-yard gain to get things going.
Yeah, you're not going to get mad at 5 yards on the first down. They've tried that zone sweep a few times without much luck, but that time they got those 5 yards and starts the drive off really nice.
And now we have a Keller defender down, and so we'll take a timeout as one of the Keller defensive players is down and injured. It is 1:31 to go here in the third quarter. The Marauders lead Keller by a score of 24-21. This is Marcus Football Night.
Sideline Spirit Co. is the fresh, reimagined way to do fan gear, born out of the heart of a Marauders mom. What started in the stands as ideas has grown into the official fan gear partner of Marcus Football. From hoodies and hats to game day essentials supporting the red, black, and silver, Sideline Spirit Co. brings a crisp, new look to Friday Night Lights. Every purchase supports our Marauders. Pick up your gear at the next home game in the north corner of the stadium. Look for the merch trailer. Follow at the Sideline Spirit Co. on Instagram and Facebook for what's up and coming, and visit us online at thesidelinespiritco.com. Are you looking to team up and need custom merch? Reach out to Whitney at thesidelinespiritco.com. Good luck to Team 40. Let's go, Marcus.
Back here at Keller ISD Stadium, the young man who was down on the play for Keller was number 11, sophomore linebacker Caden McCauley, and it looked like he was just cramping up. He was able to get stretched out, come off the field under his own power, so should be okay there. 2nd and 5 now for the Marauders. Handoff up the middle. Oh, nice strong run that time as Caden McKnight just lowered his shoulder and bowled through the front of the Keller defense for a 6-yard gain and a first down.
So Marcus comes out with 2 big runs right off the start, so maybe they want to play a little bully ball too out here.
Well, you know, their run game tonight has been kind of hit and miss, so if they can get it going now, this is the perfect time to do it as we're here late in the third quarter.
Yeah, you got to tick that time off the clock.
1st and 10 for the Marauders at their own 41. Under center this time is Nussmeier. And they fake, rolling out to his left is Nuss. He's going to fire one up the sideline, and pass is tipped and incomplete. Almost caught on the sideline that time by his receiver, number 6, Roman Katab, after the ball was deflected. They did a little fake toss waggle out to his left.
Yeah, and he just threw it a little too low, and they're able to get that. If he's able to get that over that defender, there's a big play back there.
Yep. 2nd and 10 now.
He's been a little bit low tonight on some of the throws. That could just be a product of first game.
Could be.
That'll get better throughout the season. Hasn't been a lot.
And he was on the move that time.
10 for Marcus at the 41.
This time they go shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side here in the formation. Nussmeier dropping back. Going to fire over the middle. That pass is caught into Keller territory by Bogler, the sophomore tight end, as the Keller defender's trying to rip that ball out. And Bogler makes the catch down to the 45, a gain of 14 yards.
It's
Kogler.
Kogler. There is no B in his name. I don't want to correct him, but
Bear Kogler.
Kogler. There you go.
His name is Barrington. He likes to go by Bear. Sorry about that. Kogler, not Bogler.
He has been on fire tonight. I see that. It's okay. Game one.
Game one. He's new.
I mean, to be fair, we're game one. We're sitting in a booth and we can't literally see the field. We're watching Tradio stream on the big screen.
Yeah,
Thanks, Trady. Thanks, Trey.
I wish I could show the folks at home what we're dealing with. Like, our entire window, as the rains came through during the delay, got completely fogged up and covered by water spots. We literally cannot see other than shapes out on the field.
This has to be what the announcers felt like in the Fog Bowl.
I mean, I'm telling you.
Back in '87 with the Bears and the Eagles.
As we keep it here for end of the third quarter, as Marcus decided to just let the clock run after that first down and end things here in the third. Marcus heads to the fourth quarter, up by 3 over Keller, 24-21 here on Marcus Football Night. Like I said, we'll just go ahead and keep it here for now. But yeah,
for your trade-in.
we were dealing with an
If you
issue.
want
I'm probably
dealer
going
for
to
life,
take a picture
visit
and send this
Freeman
out on
Buick
social
GMC
media
of
because
Grapevine.
thankfully to Trey Bell and our production team at Tradio, we have a very good monitor and very good cameramen who are covering this. And they're giving us the views that we need to be able to call this game, because if we were relying on I mean, when I say we can't see, I'm not exaggerating.
No. All we can see is water on the window.
Yep, we can see shapes, and that's about it from where we are. I've never seen anything like this. This is insane.
So here we go. 12 minutes to go as we kick off this fourth quarter in a 3-point game.
1st and 10 from the Keller 45. Marcus trying to go back up 2 scores on this drive. Little end around this time. Coming around the right side. A little bit of room there. Going to be a gain of about 3 or 4 as Austin Allen took the handoff.
On the right side.
Little jet sweep action.
Austin Allen is going to be a big part of this offense this year. We can see that already.
After a gain of 4.
He's one of those guys that kind of can do it all. He's a little do-everything kind of player. Lines up in the slot most of the time as a receiver. Runs good routes. They can hand it to him, as we saw here.
Has good hands.
Yep, gave it to him out of the backfield in the third quarter on a little sweep action play.
He's very good at understanding spacing when he's running through the middle of the field as well, through those zones.
2nd and 6 now at the Keller 41. Little swing pass screen and getting the outside, using enough of a block. And, great hit that time, as that was Carter Francis who took the swing pass on the screen. But we have a flag down, and this play is coming back.
Barron Brown came over and just put a lick on at the end of that play. Holy moly.
And we're going to have a hold on the play. It was probably on that block on the outside that helped spring him.
That's the worst. You get a hold and you take the hit.
So it was looks like it was a downfield hold. They only marked it off 8 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 14 now after the 8-yard penalty.
Back up the Marauders. 2nd and 14 from the Indians' 49-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. That was a great hit by Barron Brown who came up on that play. 4 wide set here. Snap back to Nussmeier. He's going to fire one down the middle. Pass is caught inside the 35. Great hit, but a great job by Mayfield to hang on to the ball. And he's going to move the chains as he makes that catch for a 15-yard gain.
Another one of those tall receivers, 6 foot, going across the middle. He's a big target, and the ball was perfect.
Right up the seam was Mayfield. As soon as he caught that ball, he got sandwiched by 2 Keller defenders, but he held on and was able to get enough for the first.
At this point, if you're the Marauders, you want to take as much time as possible and make sure you get in that end zone.
Absolutely. 1st and 10, just outside the 34-yard line. 2 receivers up top, 2 tight ends set. Snap back, handoff, up the middle. Pile moving. Good run here on 1st down as the offensive line just moved the scrum. Carter Francis takes the handoff for a 7-yard gain down to the 28.
It's almost as if this offensive line took offense to Keller's last drive and said, okay, we can do the same thing. And now they're out here and they are pushing people. We call that people movers, and they are doing a great job.
Led by Rhett Harmon that time up front. You've got some of the guys working in and working out on this line right now, rotating at different spots. 2nd and 3 for the Marauders. Snap back, rolling right is Nussmeier. Straight quarterback run. He makes a man miss, and he's going to be really close to the first down. He made a man miss and kind of dove for the first down. Looks like he might be about a half-yard short, maybe.
See where they spot this thing.
Yeah, they mark him about, looks like about a foot short here, right at the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and a half a yard.
You put your big, tall 6'6" receiver over to the right, and then you just run a little quarterback boot left. As everyone's paying attention to that 6'6" guy, you've got numbers on the left and get some yards.
They do bring in some extra tight ends here, as number 80, Grayson McCrate, is lined up as a fullback. Snap back, handoff, and it'll be a 1st down. They move the pile enough. Going to be about a yard, maybe 2, for Cade McKnight to move the chains.
We'll pick up the 1st down on the carry.
We got some whistles now. Maybe they're just trying to get that pile undone.
Yeah, McKnight followed right behind big Grayson McCrate, who was lined up as a fullback. McCrate listed at 6'2", 220.
They could still take another minute or two off this clock before they score, get it down within that 6-minute realm, and then Keller's in trouble.
1st and 10 for the Marauders, just outside the 23. Toss sweep to the outside for Francis, looking for room, finds a little bit, down to about the 22, be about a 2-yard gain.
That play looked like it had a chance. You had the waggle motion, so the receiver comes in, gets to the tackle, goes back out, gets the lead block, but just too much pursuit by Keller on that play from the backside.
In an ideal world, you'd like to see Carter Francis be a little bit more decisive and find a gap and just hit it. He was dancing around a little bit, trying to, deciding where he wanted to go. 2nd and 8 now for the Marauders. They are trying to get this back to a 2-score lead. Snap back to Nussmeier. He's getting pressured. Now he's rolling to his left. He's looking to throw. Now he's just going to tuck it and run inside the 15, the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone for a Marcus touchdown. The pressure came. Nussmeier escaped to his left and just ran untouched into the end zone for a Marauder score.
And you could actually see his mind thinking as he was running. He brought the ball up the throw it, he tucked it back. He brought it back up the throw it, he tucked it back and said, I've got the end zone. Watch me work. And great job by Nussmeier once again.
Great blocking downfield by his wide receivers once they saw he was taking off with the ball, because he was untouched from 22 yards out. Santiago Diaz on for the extra point. The kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 7:13 to go here in the ball game, the Marauders extend their lead back to a 2-score ball game. They lead Keller 31-21. This is Marcus Football Night.
Here at Massey, we know a thing or two about houses. We've been keeping homes pest and worry-free for almost 100 years. Our customized pest prevention program keeps bugs outside, in their home, not yours. Because when we prevent pests from getting in, we protect health, home, and family. Make your home a Massey home. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
Each one, get some, get some, get some. Each one, get some, get some.
Jacob Denimore, Tim Smith back here with you at Keller ISD Stadium. On the extra point, we had a Marcus player go down. We're not 100% sure who it is. Again, it might be Marcus Willett, who went down earlier in the game with an injury and came back, but honestly, we just cannot tell from our vantage point because of ridiculously foggy windows that are covered in water spots.
Yes.
So we cannot tell.
It's important to note that ours is the only one that looks this way as well.
Well, no,
there's a little bit on the others, but
the broadcast
the
broadcast booth next door has it as well. It's just not as bad.
Yeah.
They're able to at least somewhat see out of their windows. And up on his feet, and it's definitely not, and it is Marcus Willett, number 65, who was down. Matthew Willett, not Marcus, I'm sorry. He was down on that play, and he is, again, that's
don't
the
like to
second
see
time,
that.
second time tonight he's gone down, and you just hope he's okay, because he's definitely important to this team. He is going off under his own power, which is a good sign. So the Marauders do a great job of answering the Keller touchdown with a drive of their own. On that touchdown drive,
Marcus Marauders 31, Keller Indians 21, 7:14.
They take it 72 yards. I believe it was they started at the 28, 29, 71 yards on the touchdown drive. 70 because it's an out of bounds kick.
4 for 5 tonight on drives. The only drive they didn't convert was right at the end of the half.
Yep, a 47-yard field goal that came up a bit short. This kick is high and short and fielded at about the 8-yard line. Room to return out past the 25 and going to get up to about the 29-yard line.
5 for 6, actually.
5 for 6, yep.
That's incredible. That's outstanding offense.
The return that time was by Bodie Davis, number 6,
by Rockwell
receiver.
Sylvester and Andrew Emmert.
About a 21-yard return out to the 29. You're right. The Marcus offense 5 for 6 tonight, scoring points. 4 touchdowns and a field goal, and the one drive they didn't score points was on the 47-yard field goal attempt from Santiago Diaz. It came up just a bit short. So they've really moved the ball well tonight offensively, has Marcus. 1st and 10 at the 39, 7:06 to go here in the ball game. Marcus up 2 scores. Handoff coming around the near side, much room to run as they sealed that off. Great run by Timmy Erickson as he barely got touched. It got all the way out to the 42 for a gain of 13. Great blocking on the outside by the wide receiver.
That is a lot of yards to start this drive off. The Marcus defense desperately needing a stop here to put an end to this one.
1st and 10. Snap back, play action. There's a firing pass down the field, and it's off the fingertips. Great play action fake by Burkett, and he tried to hit number 2, Ralph Crosby on the streaking down the field, got behind the defense, and the pass was just off his fingertips.
Crosby's the one that caught the earlier touchdown on the free play.
The 58-yard gain, yeah.
Or not the touchdown, but the big play that got him down there, and that time the ball just right through his hands.
2nd and 10 now at the 42 for Keller after the misconnection there. Handoff up the middle. Erickson makes a man miss. Out past the 45 across midfield. And Timmy Erickson has really ignited this ground game in the second half for Keller as Erickson with another 9 yards right there to make it 3rd and 1.
Talk about sweet feet inside the tackles.
He is shifty. He is making men miss. He's shucking tackles right and left. They're going to hand it to him again, the senior, and he's going to get the 1st down, maybe. I don't know. They're going to mark him just short. Great job that time. Coming up by number 21, Gage Patrick, made the tackle, and they're going to mark him a half-yard short.
Wow. Huge play by the Marcus defense, and now all the marbles are on the table. Wait, no, they're going to – what are they going to do?
Well, they're going to go for it. They're down 2 scores here. You have to. It's 4th and about a half a yard after the tackle by Patrick. Big, huge play here for Keller. 4th and a half yard. Snap back, handoff up the middle, and barely a 1st down. Didn't need much and didn't get much, but he got the 1. He got 1 yard that he needed as number 23, David Macchia, was able to fall forward and move the chains.
Just a little hop, skip, and a jump for the 1st down.
He got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but was able to just get his momentum going enough to get the 1st down. At the Marcus 48, 1st and 10, as we are under 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Play action by Burkett, dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Well, it looked like a hold in the backfield. Pass is thrown and caught on the near side at about the 30-yard line as the pass was caught by number 2, Ralph Crosby, once again, for a gain of 18 yards at the 30. Boy, I tell you what.
I also saw the hold in the backfield, right in front of the back judge.
Yeah, Will Harrison just got tackled in the backfield and no call.
No call whatsoever.
1st and 10, snap back. Play action, Burkett rolling to his left, escaping pressure, looking for somewhere to go. He's just going to tuck it and get what he can, and he gets upfield and gets about 4 yards before getting knocked out of bounds.
Burkett just continues to impress and do what's needed to be done to move those chains.
He pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
2nd down is short. Good 1st down play.
Yeah, gain of 4.5 yards just outside the 25, 2nd down. Snap back, handoff up the middle. Macchia gets across the line of scrimmage. He's still on his feet. breaking through tackles and gets inside the 20 for a first down.
I think they're going to say his knee was down back here.
Oh, they are. Okay, yep. They're going to call him down back at the 23-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 2, setting up a 3rd and 3. They're saying his knee was down, and so they're going to mark him short. There's some discussion amongst the officials right now as the clock stops at 4:32 to go. I mean, whether he was down or not, they blew the whistle.
They blew the whistle. He's down.
I don't know what the discussion is about. I mean, when the whistle blows, the play is dead. Still more discussion about this play. But again, we talked about it. You gotta wrap up on defense.
You have to wrap up, and that's so many broken tackles here tonight.
Yeah, a ton of them. And let's see what kind of decision they've made here. We haven't really been able to hear the referee's mic tonight. Now they're coming over to talk to Coach Strelo. Carl Strelo, by the way, thank you to Keller head coach Carl Strelo for his help this week in our preparation, getting us all the information we needed and requested. That's very, very important for at the high school level that the coaches are the coaches are helpful. They're talking to Coach Strelo about whatever their decision was.
All right.
I mean,
looks like they're going to down it there. So
yeah, they're going to mark it down, and they're saying whether his knee was actually down or not, we couldn't tell because it was a scrum.
Oh no, they are moving it up.
Where are they going to move it to? That's the question.
Oh, now they're moving it back. Make up your minds.
Make up your minds, guys. All right, so they're going to mark it just inside the 25, so it ends up only being a gain of a yard. And whether he was down or not, the whistle blew. So 3rd down. No, they're going to they're calling this 2nd down? Are they replaying the down?
That's
no way. Play action. Rolling to his right is Burkett. He's going to fire one towards the end zone, and that pass is incomplete. Great job on defense that time by Jake Torgerson, who got his hands in there and ripped the ball away from the wide receiver to prevent a touchdown.
Jake Torgerson, his first game at corner. He's the backup quarterback. Got to step in tonight for some injuries and makes one of the biggest plays of the game so far.
Ripped that ball away from Ralph Crosby as he tried to come down with it and sets up 3rd and goal. By the way, 3rd and 5. By the way, how are they replaying the down?
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that in my life. 3rd and 5, and now with a stoppage as Marcus is going to call a timeout and make sure they have what they want on defense. It's 3rd and 5 with 4:23 to go here in the ball game. Marcus up by 10 points. I have never seen that in my entire life watching football. On a play that was run, they blew the whistle, said he was down. Regardless of if he was or not, even if they screwed up, you've got to mark it there because you blew the whistle. You don't give them the down over.
No. What was that about?
I have no idea. I can't wait to ask Coach Alexander about that next week because that's insane.
And now we saw the refs coming over here. Did anybody go talk to Coach Alexander during
Not that we saw.
See, that's
unless the side judge on the far side was explaining to him.
Yeah.
But we saw the referee, the head of the crew, come over and talk to Coach Strelo.
Bizarre this whole game has been kind of bizarre from the start.
Like I said, I have never seen that in my entire life of watching or calling football games. That was something. So essentially now they backed it up to the line of, basically to the line of scrimmage where it was, although they even missed that mark.
Well, really, first game for them too.
I get it, but man, that was a really bad job by this officiating crew. So 3rd and 5 now for the Indians at the Marcus 25. Marcus up 10. Snap back. Play action. Rolling to his right is Burkett. He's got room to run. He's going to get the corner, break a tackle, get the first down, and get knocked out of bounds.
He breaks a tackle, then runs over a defender at the end of it. Yeah, he just is an exclamation point.
Yeah, he put a shoulder to Easton Mayfield, who was off balance trying to get to him, and he gets 11 yards and a first down. Boy,
that's good enough for an Indians first down.
That close, the Marcus defender who was chasing him as he was trying to get the corner was able to get a little bit of him, but couldn't get enough. Snap back, handoff, and a big play in the backfield. Will Harrison gets into the backfield and drops
Stop for no gain.
Tammy Erickson for a loss of a yard on the play at least.
Harrison's seen enough. He went in and put a stop to all that nonsense.
Harrison drops it for a 2-yard loss. Back at the 16, makes it 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap back, quarterback power to the right side. Burkett gets the corner and gets out of bounds inside the 10.
Another quarterback.
Great blocking that time by Keller. They just sealed it off with the running back leading on the play. And he gets down to
push him out of bounds.
At the, they're going to mark him at the 8-yard line, I believe. That's a gain of 8. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 4 here with 3:37 to go. Now Keller has all 3 timeouts. We also have the 2-minute warning in play. So 3rd and 6 now. 3rd and 4, excuse me. 4 wide set. Snap back. Rolling to his left is Burkett. He's got room. He's also got a man, and he's just going to walk into the end zone. He put the defender. A beautiful fake that time. Beautiful fake that time by Burkett. And when he rolled out to his left, he had one defender and his receiver, and the defender had no choice.
And the receiver knew he wasn't going to get the ball, turned around and made a block right away. That's a heads-up play by the receiver and by the quarterback there.
They put the defender in conflict, and he really was caught in no man's land between a receiver and the quarterback, being the only one on that side, and it's an 8-yard touchdown run for Keller.
So this will come down to, can Marcus run out the last 3 minutes of this game?
Extra point team is on. Kick by Whitmire is up, and it is good. 3:29 to go. Keller pulls back to within 3, 31-28. This is Marcus football night.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
From kickoff to dinner time, Flurry's Market Plus Provisions is your hometown spot. We're local, family-run, and obsessed with quality hand-cut meats, Cajun-inspired plates, and the best burgers in Flower Mound. Join us for lunch or dinner, or swing by the market for steaks and sides to feed the whole crew. Flurry's is proud to support Marcus High School and the community we call home. Flurry's Market Plus Provisions. Local. Quality. Community. Go Marauders.
Keller Indians take that ball 71 yards on that touchdown drive, finished off by the second touchdown run of the night by the quarterback Brock Burkett. This one coming from 8 yards out and with 3.5 minutes to go.
Francis back for the Marauders.
The Marauder lead has been cut to 3. Little short squib kick this time and a sliding catch at the 19-yard line by Francis, the running back, and that was probably smart because you don't want that ball bouncing around as a live ball, so he made a sliding grab at the 19, and that's where Marcus will take over.
3:29. Yep. Can you hold on to the ball and get out of here with the win?
It's going to take multiple first downs because Keller has 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning that they can use on defense. So this, honestly, you just got to treat this like a normal drive and go like you're trying to score if you're Marcus, I think.
You got to score.
Yep.
Why not?
Well, you don't have to score, but you don't.
But I mean, like you said, have the mindset to score, get downfield. I'm sure they will.
Again, this ground attack, now it's using the legs of the quarterback Burkett. The ground attack for Keller in the second half has been very effective. Snap back on first down, handoff, and very little room, maybe a yard, maybe 2 for McKnight.
Carries the ball for Marcus.
As he was trying to find a hole and just didn't find much. It looks like they're going to give him the 21, so it'll be a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
We've got a Keller guy limping, number 22 in the secondary.
2-yard gain on
That's
the
Matthew Regan. We'll see.
Linebacker.
He's a linebacker, but we'll see if Colton notices that and takes advantage at all.
Keller content to let the clock run for now. Under center. And we had a jump at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if he got in the neutral zone. The offensive lineman from Marcus reached out and touched him as he jumped. And, yeah, they're going to call a neutral zone infraction here. So 5 free yards for Marcus. That'll make it 2nd and 3 now.
That changes things a little bit.
Yeah, that's an important 5 yards. Didn't quite see who that was that jumped in. I think that might have been number 50, Connor Ross, the nose tackle, who kind of jumped into the neutral zone that time.
Taking their time. They've been doing this all night, though.
That was a heads-up play by the Marcus lineman who reached out and touched him, too, by the way.
Yeah.
2nd and 3 now after the penalty. Another handoff, and not much room. McKnight maybe gets a yard. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like they're barely that. It's going to be third and a long 2 here, and the clock is running. They're going to let this go down to the 2-minute warning if Keller allows them to. Nope, Keller called a timeout.
2:19
so 2:19 to go. They used their first timeout outside of the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 3rd and 2. So, Tim, what do you do? You've seen how this thing is broken down for Keller, for Marcus tonight offensively. What do you do?
Yeah, I tell you, we haven't seen one of those RPO zone read type plays in the second half. It was very, very palpable in the first half. Let's do that again and put the ball in Nussmeier's hands and let him get the first down.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Some kind of zone read or play action waggle out to the side and get him on the move.
Yeah, the best play for them tonight outside of Nussmeier's arm has been when Nussmeier has taken off. This is where you really want to put him in position to get this first down.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 yards at the Marcus 27-yard line. He's under center.
It will not be a zone read.
Play action. Nussmeier rolling to his right. He's got room to run. Got the blocks. Got the first down. Out to the 34. Great job that they set it up. Play action waggle to his right, going away from his strong side. Give credit to number 80, Grayson McCrate, who rolled with him and then turned and sealed off the inside and gave him the room he needed.
And great play there because he hasn't booted out to his right all night. You knew he wasn't going to throw the ball there because so many bad things can happen at that point. Just go get the 2 yards. He does that. And now we're in the 2-minute warning.
Yep, we have hit the 2-minute warning after the 7-yard run to get the first down by Colton Nussmeier. 31-28 Marcus. We'll take a break here in the 2-minute warning. It is Marcus football night.
So then I told him I'd like to see what he had to offer. I told him it wasn't really about the money. You know what, it's not, but clogged drains interrupt your day. Did you know they can also be a stinky health hazard that causes waste to back up into your home? That smell is me? We can help. Now that's an offer you can't pass up. Back in my day, drains were called buckets.
Because you didn't have plumbing. I get it.
Point Bank is proud to support the Marcus Marauders football season. Show your Marauder pride with a custom Point Bank school logo debit card. Learn more at pointbank.com. It's not just banking, it's point banking. Member FDIC.
After the 2-minute warning, we're back. 1st and 10 for Marcus on their own 34. As they lead 31-28. Now they're in run out the clock mode. Handoff, looking for room up the middle. McKnight has it out past the 40. He's going to be close to a first down at the 44, and they're going to give it to him. 10-yard run by Cade McKnight, and that moved the chains yet again.
Right off that left side, behind that left side of the line, that's very, very strong. You've got 77 over there, Francisco Adams helping pave the way. What a huge play at this point in the game, and now, in the words of Chris Berman, tick, 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 tick.
A minute 30 and counting as Keller holding their timeouts for the moment after the 10-yard gain by McKnight.
10 for Marcus from their own 44.
Nussmeier taking his time under center. 2 tight ends to the right. Hand off to McKnight, and he gets hit in the backfield, breaks it, gets out past midfield and into Marcus territory, to Keller territory. They're going to mark him right at the 50, a gain of 6. Great strong run again by Cade McKnight.
Yeah, I didn't think that Keller was going to call the timeout for a second. The clock kept running, but they did call the timeout here.
Yeah, with 1:09 to go here in the fourth quarter, they use one of their final 2 timeouts, as it'll be 2nd and 4 from midfield. So now one more first down should lock this game up for Marcus, as Keller can only stop the clock one more time.
Well, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't perfect, but
it hasn't been.
This Marauder team has shown a lot of grit in this football game, and I really like what we've seen from the O-line in this fourth quarter. This offensive line has essentially taken over the game for the Marauders offense.
The run game the run game for Marcus tonight has not been spectacular. The traditional run game, I should say, has not been spectacular, but it has been effective when it needed to be.
1st and 10, Marcus.
First,
right at the 50-yard
not 1st and 10. It's 2nd and 4.
1st and 10.
Sorry, Mr. PA guy. 2nd and 4 at midfield for Marcus with 1:09 to go. Hand off to McKnight. Going over the right side. Going to get about 2 to the 48 of Keller.
Hands the ball off again.
That's going to set up a 3rd and 2, and Keller calls their final timeout with 59 seconds left in the ball game. The last time they can stop the clock. Now, here's the good thing if you're Marcus. There's only 59 seconds left. So you run this ball again on 3rd down. Even if you don't get the first down, you can run this clock all the way down to 15 seconds before you have to snap it on 4th down.
Well, run it down to 15, take the timeout, then punt the ball.
Yeah.
If you don't get this first down. They get this first down here, that is
yeah, you're
game,
right.
set, match.
It is, but they're in a position now where they don't necessarily have to get the first down.
You know, I hope you guys at home are enjoying watching this final drive with Nussmeier under center the way he is. You just don't see that in high school football. You don't see it much in college anymore. For him to be able to do that, feel comfortable getting under center, and do all the things he's doing from there, it's such a credit to that young man. And kudos to the coaching staff for implementing that as part of their offense for his development.
3rd and 2 for the Marauders at the Keller 48. 59 seconds to go in the ball game. No more timeouts for Keller. Under center, hand off to McKnight. He drives the pile forward. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. He only gets maybe a yard, but as we said, the play clock starts, and they can run this down to about 11 seconds before they have to call the timeout. Based on what I'm seeing, the difference, maybe 12 seconds before they have to call timeout and then punt it away on 4th down.
Yeah. Give yourself a little coffin corner. You're in a good position here. Kick that thing down inside the 20, inside the 10. Get it to go out of bounds so they don't get a fluke return.
4th and a yard and a half for Marcus, and they will take this clock probably down to about 12 seconds based on what I'm seeing in the difference between the play clock and the game clock. And then they'll bring the punt, I would assume, bring the punt unit. Timeout is called with 11 seconds to go.
Timeout
so,
called by
4th
Marcus.
and a yard and a half.
11
Keller will get the ball back.
Fourth quarter.
I tell you what else they could do.
They'll be going for the block here for sure.
Listen, they have another timeout. There is no reason why you can't come up and try to get them to jump off sides and then call one more timeout before you punt the ball. If they jump off sides,
I will be
there is no other play to run.
Yeah, let's see if Marcus brings the offense back out.
Let's see.
That exact scenario.
You don't lose there. When you get down to the play clock, you just call another timeout. Yeah. There's no harm, no foul there. That's what I would do in this situation.
Or even take the 5 yards. It doesn't matter. I mean, either way. But
this isn't the NFL now. But yes, conventionally you would have no problem taking that 5 yards and then putting them deep with no timeouts left. But I give a shot to make them jump off sides.
And I tell you what we're seeing in the huddle right now, the offense is still on the field.
And you know what they're saying.
Doing that. They're
hold your water. Hold your water.
That's exactly what they're going to do, Tim. They're going to bring the offense out and see if they can get Keller on some kind of a hard count.
I might have think I coached football before.
Give them the first down for free.
Here we go. Well, now he's playing games with them.
Yep.
That's all he's doing. He's not going to do anything. Oh, he
they
did.
actually snap it. They hand the ball off, and it's a first down. McKnight gets it. Wow.
Shocked.
That is some guts by Coach Alexander. They actually snapped the ball, and Cade McKnight gets the first down and ends this ball game, as that will do it. Wow. Marcus did not want to take a chance. They get the first down, and they end the ball game on a run by Cade McKnight. Wow.
Nussmeier changes the play at the line. You think that he's just kind of messing with the defense to try to get them excited, and then he goes and runs it to the weak side of the defense to get the first down. Well, I mean, big credit to Mike and that whole staff for having the guts to go for that here in the fourth quarter.
That's a good word for it. The Marauders, they do what they had to do. They get the ball with 3.5 minutes to go, up 3, and they do not give the ball back to Keller. They win their season opener tonight despite the weather delay and everything else. They win their season opener tonight by a final score of 31-28 as Marcus goes to 1-0. Keller falls to 0-1. The Marauders will now go back home a week from tomorrow at Marauder Stadium for their home opener against the Arlington Colts. Any final words for tonight?
Man, but I think you're going to have a lot of work to do, right, if you're Coach Alexander and this staff, but I think there's a lot to talk about as far as winning here. A lot of good things to point out. Obviously, you're going to go through the missed tackles and those mistakes early in the game, penalties and whatnot. But there's a lot to build off here, and I'm excited to watch Nussmeier in this offense all season long.
It really should be a fun one coming up here in 2025. The Marauders win their season opener 31-28 over Keller. For Trey Bell and our production team, for Tim Smith, and for myself, Jacob Dedamore, everyone have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. Enjoy your Friday tomorrow. Everybody get home safe here from Keller, and we will see you a week from tomorrow at Marauder Stadium as Marcus has their home opener against the Arlington High Colts. Everyone have a safe and happy holiday weekend, and from everyone here at Tradio and Champion Sports Radio, good night, everybody.